guilty. You think that I'm afraid, but I don't break. I heard you question my stability. You think I'll fall just like a guillotine, but I am here to stay. Won't look away. The storm is coming, so you better start running. No, you can't control, feel it in my bones. I'm coming for the, coming for the. I'm coming for the throne. I'm coming for the throne. So you wanna be my enemy? You should've known I'd never kiss the rain. Ice runs in my veins, won't play it safe. I don't belong with your nobility. Who died and made you king of anything? You think that I'm insane? It's your mistake. Kingdoms rise and fall, I've come to take it all. I'll take it, I've come to take it. Kingdoms rise and fall, I've come to take it all. I'll take it all. The storm is coming, so you better start running. No, you can't control, feel it in my bones. I'm coming for the, coming for the. I'm coming for the throne. I'm coming for the throne.
time no see. How's everybody doing at home today? 2-1 Tottenham Hotspur. How's everybody doing? How's everybody doing there at home? Preseason. Spurs are back. Are you liking what you see? I'm liking what I see. If you are liking what you see, make sure you hit that like button and the subscribe button as well. And join the show if you want to chitty chat. Talk about what's going on. That's right. But we've also got some people that are wanting to join the show. If you want to join the show and have your say about what happened today, just click the link. Click it. And we can have our rants. Could be positive, could be negative rant. You never know. You can rant about anything you want to rant about. Well, let's say hello to the folks out there in the chat before we start bringing people into the show. Let's see. Oh, wow. Look at that. We got Kyle Patrick Vineyard, KPV. You know him. Becoming a YouTube member. If you want to do that, let's try to get 5 members tonight. I was gonna start member shows this past week, but I wasn't feeling very good last week and a half, so that didn't work out. But we're gonna do it. Promise. And let's try to get 4 more members tonight. You can start at just 99 cents a month. I mean, who can't afford 99 cents a month, right? Even Daniel Levy can. That's why we got the Daniel Levy level. Also, too, make sure that you hit that subscribe button if you want to join in the chat. Let's go into subscriber only mode. Just helps keep the riffraff out. It's okay. Subscriptions are free. They don't cost you nothing. Neither does smashing that like button and all that good stuff. So you guys don't mind. Who else is here today? We've got Brian Thomas. Welcome, Brian. Please click the thumbs up button. Please click the like button. That's right. That is right. Alexander at Stakerton is here today. Welcome, Mr. Steak. Paul 2310. What's going on, Paul, buddy? That's right. 1 cup down, 1 more cup to go. We got a cup next weekend too. Preseason cups, gotta love them. Shane B's in the house. Can you pin the link or send me the link? The link is sent and it is pinned. Well, I didn't send it to you personally, but it is pinned. Bobby K is in the house all the way from Canada. Who else we got here? Hungmin Sun, the XG Destroyer. That he is. Spurs GP is in the house. Welcome. He's a member too. Carl Simpson, he's in the house. We've also got Mixed Coffee. I like mixed coffee. You must be Korean mixed coffee. Dietrich Kane's in the house. Are you joining the show, Dietrich Kane? It's been a long time since we had a chat with Dietrich Kane. We do have R2D2 in the house as well. Gogamanim, 안녕하십니까? 우리 고구마님. And yep, today we are streaming. 오늘 streaming 하고 있어요. Good. Scott M in the house. Mr. Brian Daigle as well. Also members. Everybody's a member here. Aaron Dub as well. 32 people there. 15 likes. You guys are being lazy on the like button. Don't be lazy on the like button. Just boom, 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 boom. Smash it. But let's start to bring the guests in. So without further ado, oh, and I forgot. Do make sure you head over to THFCRants.com. It's the last. We only have 1 week left to being able to get that Son Heung-min shirt. I might have to go put it on here. It's a bit chilly in this room in a second, but air conditioning. But yeah, make sure if you want to get that Son Heung-min shirt. Last week, that shirt will go away August 1st. Where do you get that at? Just go over to THFCRants.com. Let me see here. I think there's supposed to be some new thing where you can do it straight from the YouTube video. Have to figure that out though. But any hoots, let's start bringing in some folks. Let's see. Let's fade this one out. Our first guest of the evening is from the land down under. You know him. You love him. The koala boxing champion of the world, Shane B's in the house.
Hey, Will, how you going, mate?
I'm doing good, brother. How you doing?
Yeah, not too bad at all. Good win.
Yeah,
Harry Kane showing his class.
That's right. Two assists and two goals for each of them today. Well, not for each of them, but Son got 2 assists and Kane got 2 goals.
No, partnership made in heaven.
That's right. How are you enjoying the preseason so far?
Yeah, mixed bag. Seeing the team that we put out late last year, starting is a bit off-putting. I want to see more of the signings. I know they've had COVID and had other issues. I think we need to see more of them starting next game. We need Perisic to start. We need Basuma to start. Richarlison's got to start. I think put Richarlison in to start alongside Kane and Son. Give Kulu a rest for first half and put Richarlison in so he can get his scoring underway.
Yeah, I think we had Richarlison's played quite a few number of minutes, but I think the other guys, this is kind of just their first time. A lot of them, the long legs only had a week. They've only had maybe a couple of training sessions with the actual squad. Basuma even less, right? Him and Forster had to stay and hide in a hotel room in Korea for a week. So I can understand why they're not necessarily having a lot of time. But yeah, it was good to see some people besides Richarlison get a go. Kulu too. I think he didn't start the first game, if I remember correctly.
No, I don't think he did.
I don't think he played the first game.
No, he didn't play the first game.
Yeah. But we do have another guest in the back. The man who needs his own song because I'm too lazy to pick one. From Stakerton, Stakerson is in the house.
Steak.
Long time no see, Mr. Steak.
Yeah.
Hey, Mr. Steak.
Hello. We need another defender. Get Dyer out now.
You don't like Dyer, huh?
No.
Yeah. But, yeah.
Respect
Goguma-
Longley though. Respect Longley.
Yeah, you like what you saw from Longley today?
Yeah.
I did too, if I'm being honest. Goguma says that is right. It was good to see the new players, especially Perisic. So
he's an animal. He's a beast.
Yeah, like even though he only played for like what 30 minutes, you could just tell he was a different level of player out there. You know what I mean? Like even Longley too. Like Steak said, you know, some people I've seen some people today, you know, kind of have a little bit of negative things to say. I don't know why. I thought it looked good. Came out, was on the front foot, winning the ball, getting in on blocks, and all that stuff. And you gotta remember, man, they have had what, maybe 4 training sessions with the squad. So,
you know, a week with a squad, that's, you know, not bad to come on. He looked a bit tentative when he first come on, but yeah, I think he grew into the game after, you know, 5-10 minutes. Yeah, he looks sharp.
For sure. We've got another friend to bring in from the back. Where's his name? There it is. He's a legend. Nobody can say anything to him except Livia. Brian Daigle's in the house.
What's up,
What's going
everyone?
on, man?
What's up, everyone? How we doing?
Instead of outros,
Brian.
I've brought it into the
That's
intro
good.
for you,
Like,
Brian.
you look like an alien. Like you're doing it like this. You look very good. But now, how are we all doing?
Doing good, my friend. How are you?
Yeah, good, mate. After a good perform, a win. Happy with the performance. Obviously, there's areas to improve, but still undefeated in pre-season. And Harry Kane looks like a man possessed.
He does, man. Very, 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 very different than from what we saw from him this half of the beginning of last season, and it's good to see. Like, a lot of people think that I don't like Harry Kane after the way that last season started, but that's actually, you know, we all know that's not true. In fact, we're talking about this. I think that Harry Kane is going to be the top scorer this season. The way he's looking, the way it looks like we're going to be lining up, the players that we've brought in, I think Harry Kane wins the Golden Boot this year. I really do.
Well, what I've been saying as well is, if you look at it, Harry Kane goes into this season so hungry. Look at this. He's got leading England to the World Cup. Could be England's record goal scorer. Will be Tottenham's record goal scorer. Could end Tottenham's trophy drought. This man is going into this season with so many things to aim for and to achieve. He is absolutely possessed at the moment.
Do you know who Andrew Tate is?
Why do I know that name, but I can't put it to...
He's like an American kickboxer.
Okay.
And he's kind of like famous now for going like, he's kind of like this alpha male, you know, women stay at home in the kitchen, let the big rich man take care of you. So it's kind of funny that they, I guess, look wise, but he does bald head and
Put it this way, I've been compared to many things, so I'll take this one as one of the positives.
yeah, it just depends on what it, you know, if you're more politically woke, which I know that you tend to not be, you might find that offensive, but I'm more neutral. People like Andrew Tate don't bother me, but there is somebody who does kind of bother me sometimes, and he's gotten me, you know, addicted to these Bollywood films, and it's kind of ruined my sleep schedule. So I don't know what to do. I'm so addicted to Bollywood. Bollywood that I'm skipping Bob Spur TV's in the wall on Saturday nights. No, I'm kidding. Bob Spur TV's at the house. What's going on, man?
Oh yeah, nothing like a bit of casual racism, man. Wicked.
What's up, Superman?
Wicked. All good.
Yeah,
All
I
good.
gotta love it. I love it. So is Andrew Tate, by the way.
Sorry?
Andrew Tate loves a little casual racist.
Right, yeah.
Did you do the in the wall tonight? I was out. I didn't get to see.
Yeah, it was crazy shit, man. It was probably one of the best wanky wanks we've done. Some amazing answers from the people in the comments. It was brilliant, really good. Really
Just got off to watching back. I watched. I was out. I was actually asleep last week. Last couple week and a half, man. I've had this. I don't know why, but this just serious exhaustion. Like I can only stay awake for 3-4 hours and I'm asleep. I don't know why. But it's getting better.
His mistake.
Yeah. Just don't ask me what's wrong. I don't know. But
Glandular fever's going around.
huh?
Glandular fever's going around here.
Exactly what I
so-
said to you, Will.
Jungay fever?
Glandular fever.
Glandular
Glandular
fever.
fever.
Jungle fever.
May have some of that too. You never know.
But
But no, yeah,
there was
I
a
don't know what
cockroach
glandular
with
fever
a
is.
cockroach with a baseball bat outside earlier.
I have those outside as well too.
Yeah, man, it was a nasty bug going around.
How big are the cockroaches in London? In England?
I've never seen one. Man. It's just
You've never seen a cockroach in England?
Go around. No. Oh, then again, in India, I did once. And I couldn't sleep all night.
You gotta be kidding, dude.
They're loud, man. They're loud.
They're rare in England.
Like this
No,
big.
Yeah.
Oh, that's
Like the
tiny.
size of your thumb.
Yeah.
Can't be doing that. Can't be doing that.
Yeah, dude, when we
Some of-
moved into this house, there were cockroaches the size of your thumb.
Yeah. Maybe a little bigger here in Australia.
Yeah, Australia, they have
Yeah,
big giant ones.
They're
Like
pets. The pets out in Australia, aren't they, Shane?
Yeah, we actually race them, mate.
Yeah.
Cockroach racing.
Cockroach.
I'm not joking. It's true.
Yeah, I bet you do,
We
yeah.
cockroach racing.
just
Oh,
make sure you add
racing.
this.
I
Just
thought
make
you
sure
said
you add the
raised them.
second part of that.
No racing.
Just make sure you add the roach part to that, because otherwise it's just cock racing.
Yeah.
Oh yeah.
But what else do we got? We got Elias in the chat as well. Lisa's in the house too. Welcome, Lisa.
Big up, Lise. Always the first one. Lisa's the first one to like any tweet I sent out. She's always the first one. She's waiting there. She's like there with the phone. She's like, right, like always the first one. Big
Well,
up.
you know, she needs to be the first one to like this stream,
Yes.
and because they're live. We got 45 people watching right now and climbing by the second. So make sure you do smash that like button. I want to go to Mr. We're kind of done to everybody's except for Mr. Bob's. Bob, your thoughts on the preseason so far and on the win today?
Well, today I watched the highlights. I was working, so I missed. It's the first game I've missed on TV since you know what. But I saw bits of it. Kane, good. We talked about it on the show. There was a lot of shit for Emerson. Apparently, he had another stinker.
Well deserved.
Sorry.
Well deserved shit. And
Yeah.
he was terrible. Just downright terrible.
Sessegnon was getting a bit of stick, and I've said this, and I've said this over and over again. Perisic, before he even kicked the ball, was easily our best wing back at the club. We need wing backs, man. We need wing backs. Sessegnon just doesn't do it for me. He's fragile in his head and physically as well. Emerson is Emerson. Doherty, we just don't know. The fact that allegedly Conte has put him as one of the 8, that he's quite happy to move on. Says everything. He didn't get any minutes today. The fact he's playing Lucas ahead of him, right wing back. I don't know. We need wing backs, man. And I say at this time moment, we've got one good wing back. In my opinion, we've only got one credible, good wing back, and that's Perisic, the 33-year-old.
Can I just say, I don't know if my microphone was on mute. Did you hear me say no? He didn't have a stinker, Emerson, because to me he did. It must have been muted. For me, Emerson did not have a stinker. He did not have a stinker.
Emerson didn't have a stinker?
No, to me, didn't. If you look at it,
it was universally agreed, mate.
No, mate, I don't think it was universally. Maybe what you've been seeing and hearing, but for me, yes, he should have done better with a shot. He had a couple of crosses that he could have put in, and for his standard, whatever, they're actually very, very decent crosses. Listen, I'm with everyone that he needs upgraded big time, but to say he had a stinker today is a bit harsh. I think this is, when we have a Spurs bias kind with players, it's like with Harry Winks or whatever, and everyone just jumps on him. Emerson did not have a stinker. Sessegnon, who is, as you know, Bob, someone I talk about and like, he did. He did. He really, in a make or break season where, for him in his career with his injuries, whatever, and now with Perisic breathing down his neck, and we know he'll start when he gets to fitness. Perisic looked really good when he came on, but Sessegnon had an opportunity to say, right, I know I've got a competition, I best up my game, and he most certainly didn't. And I stick up for him as and when I can, and he couldn't. And do you know what? Another person who comes in for a hell of a lot of criticism and I think played well today was Davinson Sanchez.
Mm-hmm.
Don't get me wrong, again, need upgrading without a doubt. But I don't like this Spurs bias where we just beat on the boys just because they're being beaten on and they're the easy targets.
Shane, you said Emerson was shit today.
Yeah, I didn't think he had a good game at all. There was just nothing about him, There was he wasn't getting in good positions. He still can't cross the ball. For a wing back, for not being able to cross the ball, making stupid passes. He had an open shot on goal he should have taken. Instead, he stopped.
He should have, yeah.
He stopped and turned and passed sideways to a person who was in a worse position than himself. I just think he had a real. It wasn't awful, but it was bad.
I just, before we do that though, let's bring in some other things. There's one guy, he got really mad when I said that Shane was the King Group punching world champion. So yeah, he's come to challenge you for the title. Paul Hotspur's in the house. What's going on, Mr. Paul?
What's up, buddy?
Big up, mate.
And we've also got one more before we get rocking and rolling here. Sorry, I'm trying to do 10 things like at once, like I normally do. Where's his music? Because it's been a long time since he's been on the show, so I want to give him a proper welcome, because delusion just doesn't happen as much as he would like it to. Dietrich Kate is in the house, everybody.
Boy. How's everyone doing?
Did you like that I said that Harry Kane was going to be the top scorer, Dietrich?
First time I liked something you said.
By the way, Will, on In the Wall we had the segment of guess the footballer or guess the person.
Yeah.
One of them was this. Don't answer because you've seen this picture before. I want everyone else to answer. Guess who this person is? Who is that?
My sister?
No, you're not allowed to guess.
Oh.
Jesus Christ.
It's not Jesus Christ, no.
Okay, that's me out. Damn it. Yeah,
I can't answer. I was in the chat.
Klopp.
So young Will Stewart.
Yeah, it's me in my 20s in the Air Force picture. But funny enough that the picture on the left does look similar to my sister Kara.
Oh, does it? Oh, all right.
Yeah.
There you go. And yeah,
Maybe a little
got it.
chubbier in the cheeks than she is.
got it.
But...
Oh, and I had this one as well.
Is that Bobby K?
I know exactly who it is. I've just realised he's wearing that outfit.
It's Brian visiting me while I was in a coma.
Oh. You had to wear a spacesuit, Brian.
I had a plant pot on my head. I had a plant pot.
Yeah. So
I had to proper getting that on when I went to see Bob. That was when I had to wear that the first time when I shaved your head.
Yeah.
Putting that on. When Kim was telling me you're going to have to put a massive load of stuff on, I was like, okay, no worries. Getting dressed into that thing was not easy. Was not easy, but yeah, I do you know what it was as well? Do you know what I noticed before that plant pot mask was my goddamn schnoz.
The nose. I'm trying to get that shopping store attached to the YouTube video. That's what I'm trying to do, but I can't get it to do that. But before we do that,
can't you put it in the descriptions?
No, but like so it used to be you had to have 10,000 subscribers before they would let you add like that merch store. Like you ever watch like Ben and Sim's channel and you can see the merch store underneath. Yeah. Well, they just changed that to 1,000 like this past week. So
did they?
Yeah. So I already had the merch. I already have the website merch store set up. So I was trying to get it. That's why I was 10 minutes late starting the show.
Well,
I'm funneling with this thing.
Now that you've mentioned the boys, I'm going to send you a link. Can you put it in your chat? I'm going to send you via WhatsApp. Basically, they've been nominated to be Fan Channel of the Year. And they were in 4th place last week before I went on a mad rampage to try and get them up. And now they've gone from having 800 votes. They are now over 1,000 above Arsenal Fan TV. And they're about 30 votes away from being number one. And voting is up on the midnight, the 31st of July. So let's try and get the boys to number one.
Did you put it in private chat?
No, I sent you via WhatsApp because I haven't got my. Actually, I'll do it in private chat. Or can you do it from there?
Yeah, private. I can do it from WhatsApp. I mean, private chat's just right there.
All right, I'll private chat you. Give me 2 secs.
Yeah.
Give me 2 secs.
But
Arsenal are winning 3-0 Chelsea.
Arsenal winning 3-0 against Chelsea.
Yeah.
Well.
Two
good for
Care factor?
Huh?
Big care factor of 0.
Oh, the big care factor is 0. We've got Mr. Paul.
Yeah.
What are your thoughts so far on the preseason and the games that you've seen
so
far?
I've loved it, man. You know, it's I don't know when the season finishes. It hasn't been that long ago, but it seems like so long before you get to see the boys play again. I think they've done really well. I've really enjoyed it. It's like last season, they got to the stage where they really looked to me like they were playing like a team. You know, that mental sort of spirit there. So that isn't quite there yet because of there's so many good players. But there's no denying we look better. You know, technical wise and attitude wise. It's fantastic. Lovely.
I'm having a hard time hearing you. Your mic sounds kind of like you're underwater.
I'll get something else after.
All right. But what about you, Dietrich? What are your thoughts so far? You're always very, positive and.
No, I'm not. No, First half, I wasn't happy with the performance, and especially like how we conceded the goal. Like the way, like it went like easily past to our back line. It's not looking good, guys. Especially with Dyer and Sanchez. That's my opinion.
Yeah, if you're watching over there on Twitch, or we've always got that one person watching on Twitch. Brian Daigle's convinced it's Daniel Levy. And if you're watching on Twitch or watching on YouTube, there's the link to go vote for the worldsoccertalk.com. best fan channel. You can vote for We Are Tottenham TV. That is a very good option. I don't. Do you know what? I actually had to vote for there's a USMNT channel, Tactical Manager. He's just American. Doesn't do. He does USMNT content. So I voted. Vote for Ben and Sim as well. I'm not saying to not do that.
You can vote. You can vote from different devices as well. So you can vote.
Oh, I didn't know that. Yeah.
You can indeed.
I tend to not do anything. I'll be honest with you. 99% of the things that I do on my phone. Even work. Yeah. I rarely get on my computer unless I have to.
How's my mic going? Is it all right now?
It sounds great right now.
Okay, I won't say it all, but I'll just sum up and say I'm very happy with the way pre-season's going so far. I'm loving it. Really good.
Sounds good, man. Sorry, I was reading something. But what were your thoughts on today's performance, Mr. Paul?
Yeah, look, the one that really grabbed me actually was Kulusevski. I just really, I just don't. It's weird watching him because he doesn't seem fast. He stop-start, but he just doesn't lose the ball. He just, I don't know. It's like he hypnotizes defenders. It's brilliant. So he was good. Perisic, I thought, was fantastic. Great crosses. So that's a really good sign. It was a good game. I mean, Rangers are, they're a good side, and we did a lot better against them than West Ham did. So it's all good.
Yeah.
So your opinion on Emerson today?
Emerson, Sessegnon, Doherty, they all kind of merge into one player that's kind of all right for me. They're okay. I mean, I shouldn't criticise them because that's what we've got. So it's not their fault. But they don't really excite me much, to be honest.
Well, one thing I will say is I just checked with Ali Gold as well, and Ali Gold, obviously there was wholesale changes, and I just checked. Ali Gold broke it down first half and second half, and Ali Gold gave Emerson a 4. So maybe I saw something that I shouldn't be seeing, but I think for myself, his game, the way Ali Gold marked him, he said attacks broke down when he was on the ball, which is right, which we know he's crap at. He did put in a couple of good crosses. He did put in a couple of good tackles. He did put a couple of
Brian.
They were good crosses.
I don't remember him making a single cross, to be honest with you.
He made zero.
He did put in 2 crosses, and one was a very good one. There was just no one there at the end of it. It's one of those balls, when you put it in towards the 6-yard box and the goalkeeper, and they don't know if to come or go. It was one of those, and no one was available. So the ball itself was fantastic. It could have been very dangerous. There wasn't the person there. Like I've said, he definitely needs upgrading. We definitely need better. And Spence may be it. He may not be it. I still want to see another right back come in to really give Spence some competition, or get Doherty or Emerson out. But yeah, that's for me. I by the looks of it, the consensus, like Shane was saying, like Bob was saying, maybe I did see too much, or wanted to see more than I actually saw.
Yeah, because in fact, for me, as far as the wingback position was concerned, I thought Lucas Moura was the best right wingback on the day.
I don't agree. That's what I don't agree.
I'm looking forward to seeing more of Spence. I like the cut of his jib. I think he's going to turn a few heads, and at the end of the year, we'll be singing his praises. I think he's good. He's great, actually.
I didn't see enough of him today to really make a conclusion. No. And going forward, he didn't really do a whole lot. As far as being the most complete in the short time, I mean, the only one who got a whole lot of minutes was Emerson. And to be honest with you, I was cussing him out in the first 25 minutes. So just because the way he'll bring the ball up and then just nothing. He's so slow in making a decision in the final third on what he wants to do. Like I could literally count to like 1,000 before he does something with it. Whether it's play it back.
Sessegnon's the same, Will. He'll get to the byline and he'll just pass it back. There's nothing there, man. There's no intensity in his play. And we all universally agree our creativity is going to come from the wing backs. We need better wing backs. And right now, Perisic is the only one who's good there. I keep on saying that, man. We definitely need wing backs.
Do you guys remember when Romero was carrying the ball, and then you see Emerson next to him, and then you just Romero screaming and like go forward. And
Yeah, I saw it. Romero was screaming at Emerson like the first 15 to 20 minutes. He kept doing this.
Yeah, and he was standing still.
Move up, yeah.
And then you look at like a new comment like from Spurs, the GP, like West Ham are getting Kostic for like 15 mil. Here's a good buy. Better than Sessegnon.
I saw. I don't know if I retweeted it, but I actually saw a quote where they actually laughed at us. Like I can't remember who. I think did I retweet it? I don't remember. But there was something. There was a post on Twitter that said, and I'm paraphrasing, so don't quote me on this. Something like when the Barcelona guys were talking about possible transfer targets, they were hoping to get between 10 and 12 million for Emerson. And then Tottenham came in and offered him 30, and they literally laughed out loud and said, "Hell yeah!"
What about the Benfica director? They were expecting about 40 million euros for Nunes, or 50, and out of the blue, Liverpool coming with 80.
Offered 80, yeah.
Yeah, and they were like 80 million euros, and they were like, "Oh my god, right, let's start celebrating." But then the director goes, "Oh, you know what? Let's just play it. Fucking send a fax back and say we want 100." Next day, they get a fax back offering 100. He goes, "Get the champagne in, lads. Get the champagne in."
Yeah,
and, they celebrated, man. They celebrated.
And this too, he goes 2 preseason games without scoring, and everybody's freaking out. And then he scores 4, and people are like, "See, he's gonna be the next Messi, next Ronaldo."
So, something else that he really hit it home yet again last night was just Harry Kane, man. Like when he takes a shot, it doesn't matter if the goalie knows where it's going. Like when he takes a penalty, he's always to the left. Oh, the goalies know he's going to the left. They dive to the left. They're just not quick enough. And the shots he got off last night were beautiful. There's no stopping that.
You know what it is, and I've said this for a long, long time. When you see a penalty shootout, the commentators or the pundit next to them always say, if you hit the side netting, the goalkeeper can't save it. And if you go back, and I've done this on a number of times, and watch Harry Kane and how many times in open play that guy doesn't hit the back of the net, he hits the side of the net. It is a skill that very few, I think, have. He, in his goals, last time I checked, I mean, I haven't checked, obviously, appreciate how many goals out of his 200 off for Spurs do you think have hit the side netting?
Yeah. Yeah, do you know the worst one?
75 of them.
Yeah, I bet. Yeah, the worst one. Do you know which one's the worst one he took? He said recently.
The Arsenal.
Burnley.
Oh, the one I hosted at Burnley was very, very similar to the last one at White Hart Lane.
Yeah.
Very, very similar.
Didn't he? Scuffed it.
Yeah.
You know what? That's a weird one, that Burnley game. We all forget how important that, but we all talk about the Arsenal game, but we don't talk about that Burnley game. That was massive.
That was a big one.
That got us fourth, didn't it?
Yeah, it did. Well, I mean, even if you even think about it, pretty much any game got us fourth, right? So even that Leicester City game with Steven Bergwijn scoring 2 in the last 2 minutes, I mean that got us top 4.
Watford with Son.
Yeah, I mean there's a lot. It was so tight this past season. I don't think it's gonna be tight this season. Like we said last couple shows ago.
What depends, unless we get defenders and wing backs, it won't be close.
I think even with the players we got right now. So last time we did a show, I want to say it was one of the Friday night shows, where we did the point predictions and all that stuff. I predicted like 86, 87 points. We haven't really signed anybody who's pushed that needle further down the road for me, because I think it was right after the Basuma signing. which is a shame. I mean, the right wing back for me was big. I was
Telling you, man,
expecting
Spence. He's going to be the new Chrissy Waddle, I tell you.
he could be, but right now I don't have there's not enough evidence for me to be confident that that's going to be the case. So right now I'm underwhelmed. Right, it could be from looking at Spence, looking at his tape. I've watched a lot of tape of him this summer, and he very well could be great. But there's just not an evidence for me to be confident in that yet. And what I was expecting this window, because we all know from last season, even more than center backs for me, was the right wing back position. We needed to strengthen at left wing back. Right wing back for me was the main focus last season. You know, that was the big thing that we ran and talked about over the entire last half of last season. So to have that one position out of it, all the others not taking care of this window to a Perisic type level for me is a bit disappointing.
Sorry to cut you off. We are Tottenham TV or 8
Yeah, mate.
Yeah, no.
Dietrich,
8 away?
I've been looking at it.
Dietrich,
Well, they were 50, so that means 40 of you went and voted for him.
Yeah.
So big up to
7 votes now.
Dietrich, I literally had just written, everyone, the boys are 8 votes away. Come on, let's push. I was just about to push enter. And then you've got, man. But
When's the voting close on that one, Brian?
31st of July.
Oh,
they got plenty of time.
They got plenty of time, but
Got a whole week. There you go, Gogama. Just voted. You know what else you can do? Is you can smash that like button as well.
Yeah.
And drop us a super chat as well. Let us know if we miss something, because I'm missing. I'm doing 12 things apparently on this T-shirt thing. You gotta. It may take up to a couple hours. I found out. Which maybe by the end of the stream you can buy a T-shirt straight from the stream.
Guys, we need 5 votes.
But I got rid of Bob because he's no. I'm just kidding. I don't know where Bob went.
The thing I think we were missing from last season was more. It was more in the midfield. Like, you know, there were matches where you had, you know, Højbjerg and Winks, and I think that was one of the games where we played Brighton, and it was so obvious that Basuma was a great player because he just bossed us. You know, we had no one there to stop him. So when we signed him, that was just like, whoa, things are happening here. This is amazing, getting a player like that. And that was just the beginning of it all. You know, it's amazing.
Yeah. But
I think I'm a bit of a Winks critic, but I don't think Winks is as bad as everybody makes him out to be.
I hope he has a good career at another club. I think he's done it at Tottenham, but you know, he's been around a while. He's come through the system. Hope he does all right somewhere, but not at Tottenham.
One vote. One vote.
Yeah, one vote.
It's one.
One vote.
Come on, people.
Vote.
There's
again
one of
from
you.
a
They're
different
level.
device.
They're level.
We are Tottenham TV.
They are level. They need one vote. Just one person needs to go on and click that, and they will be top of the league.
Top of the league. Top of the league. Let's see. Maybe I can vote from here. I can be the one to.
Oh, they're top of the league. They are top of the league.
Oh, nice.
Yes, 2 votes over. 31%. I just voted. I put them over. That's right. Where's my payoff?
Stop lying, you weren't kidding.
No, I literally just voted. Yeah, so Tactical Manager TV, 11 Yank Report there too. Those are all channels. Those are all USMNT channels. Which it was good. It was good to see those guys in the list in the first place, seeing that they don't do UK content at all. And And then it was good to see Tactical Manager TV up there in the top 4. I mean, it's really not that many votes if you really think about it. 4,000 votes total. There should be a lot more votes for everybody. You know what I mean?
Yep.
Because you got, what, 100K, or, you know, you get 15 to 20,000 people that watch a We Are Tottenham TV video every week or every day whenever one pops up. Go hit that button for them, man. You know what I mean? Go hit that button. You got till the 31st of July at midnight Eastern time. Is this an American competition or something? Looks
I'm
like
I'm not too sure where it's going. When I was speaking to Ben earlier today, he said that like they all have the English ones that they go to and everything, and he goes, I don't even know who these people are. So
it looks like this
normally-
is a U.S. one. Look, all the
Yeah.
advertisement. First of all, they use the word soccer, right? So you got the World Soccer Talk Awards, American Hammers TV. I don't even know who that is. I'm guessing it's an American West Ham channel. I didn't know there was an American West Ham channel.
Misguided.
Let's
I mean, how's that happened? Seriously.
see. 1.4 thousand subscribers for American Hammers TV.
How many?
1.5
1.5. Did you say million?
K.
Oh, thank God! I thought you said Jesus Christ. I almost had
Now,
a
for an
heart attack.
American West Ham channel, but no, for an American YouTube channel, though, 1.5K is a lot. I'll have to get in contact with them and whenever we play them.
That'll be a good crossover.
Yeah.
Yeah,
Opposing point of view.
I'll bring on Alex with you.
Is
Alex with me?
is anyone worried about Harry Kane and Bayern Munich, or are we
No.
pretty safe
No.
tomorrow?
No.
I think it's
Not a
bollocks as well.
chance.
You know.
Did you see
I
the
don't see-
comments of
I don't know what
Conte?
Nagelsmann's
Conte
problem
was,
is.
Conte was pissed.
Yeah.
He was
Yeah.
pissed.
We've also got a good friend in the house here in the back. Got himself sorted out. Eric Hudson's back to join us on the show. How you doing today, fella? You're muted, I think, but that's all right. If you got anything you want to say, just let me know.
Where's Bob gone?
Bob, I don't know if his computer died or what, but
Oh yeah, I'm here.
all right, man.
Well, we did play. Well, I did like we did because we needed was a lot more better in the first half.
Is it me or the
I
audio?
don't know.
Yeah, I turned your volume
everyone-
down a little bit there, Eric, because you're a little bit loud.
Yeah,
But I got you. You should be good now.
Okay.
What'd you say again? I'm sorry.
Oh yes, Rangers was a lot more better than us in the first half. I don't know if it was with the coach changing the tactics against us. In the second half, Kane completely turned into a monster and completely just wet them side to side. So it was a good game for us to win that little cup trophy, and that was great to see half our new signing coming on the pitch.
Yeah, I think your internet connection's not very stable. You're cutting in and out a little bit, so it's a bit tricky. And unfortunately, I need really good signal to really catch what you're saying. But
Maybe
yeah,
it
hopefully it'll clear up in a little bit. But even right now, I can see that it looks like you're freezing. Like when you move, it's the camera's juddering. So every other word is breaking up, having a hard time making you out. But hopefully it'll clear up here in a little bit. But we got $5 super chat, so that's one way you can help support the channel. Is send in a super chat. Another Another way is to like it, share the video with your friends, subscribe, buy a t-shirt. What else can you do? Vote for We Are Tottenham TV. What else can you do?
Steak.
Talk about steak. And then we've got the starting right wing back should be the number one priority. Emerson needs to go ASAP. Spence had one good season in championship. Doherty is washed. Big up panel and chat. Come on, you Spurs.
Whoa. I got to correct that. Spence has not had just one good season in the championship. Remember when he took the piss out of us a few years ago? Remember that?
Yeah,
the
year before again.
He was
the cup, but
he was okay. He was okay again. He didn't do something like extraordinary like last season.
Still good.
He's getting better. But he doesn't have enough years under the belt, and especially enough years under the belt in a top 5 league to really make case. I'm not sure. Hopefully he'll be great.
Look, Paul Allen played in the FA Cup final when he was 17. I mean, even though it's for West Ham, but I don't think age is a thing. All this about he hasn't got enough Premiership experience. I think just chuck him in. I think he might. I hope he's not. I've just got a feeling about him. I'm excited, really excited.
No, I mean, you're not alone. There's a lot of people that are excited like that too. For me, I'm not one who gets excited easily.
Well, yeah, I remember. It was one of the things you were doing there, Will, and I think you were going through some of his stats, and they weren't that impressive. There was some acronyms you were using. There was one that you said was like really bad, but I didn't know what it meant. So, what in the stats did you see that made you a bit maybe lukewarm, cautious?
Key passes, SCA, GCA.
I don't know what they are. I'm 50.
So shot creating actions, goal creating actions. So it's kind of like the assist to the assist. They
even measure that.
Yeah. I mean, so they can measure whatever you want.
I mean, this is nuts. It used to be just created a goal.
I mean that's what I'm saying. People want more, right? This is the kind of the thing that goes on with stats is you got people that kind of complain now because they measure so many stats. Well, in fact, they're actually starting to measure more now. You have clubs like Liverpool, Manchester City who actually have purchased missile tracking software from the United States military in order to track every movement that a player makes. So
yeah, look, I saw in one of the Spurs training videos they were putting these little gizmos on their in a pocket on their back.
Yeah, they've been doing that for years.
That's a GPS tracker as well.
There was an old player for Nottingham Forest. I've forgotten who it was now, but he was told to wear like a heart rate monitor over the weekend, so they could track when he's doing training and stuff like that. And then this, it wasn't all online, but then you come in Monday, download the data, and all the boffins have a look at it. But he was a bit of a lazy player, so he attached his heart rate monitor to his dog, which showed that he had like an average heartbeat of about 200 beats per minute over the weekend. But I guess you can't get away with shit like that these days.
That's not human. That wouldn't be normal. So you'd be dead. But no, I mean, yeah, the things they're doing now with statistics and stuff like that. It's kind of goes along to that new VAR thing that they're doing with offsides that'll be implemented in this World Cup, where they basically take, I think they have like 6 cameras on either side of the field, and they measure like 67 points across the human body. So like every joint, so they'll track for all 22 players on the pitch all at the same time. They'll track, your wrists, your elbow, your finger joints, your fingertips, and they'll be able to know within 10 seconds when the ball was struck and when a player is offside. So they're going to get more to this too. And like even the things that they don't track now, like say, like one that came up on Sean's show the other day was, the difference between an assist with the outside of your foot, that one that like Modric made in the final. You could do that. They do it now. Shots with right foot, left foot, head, other body parts. eventually they'll get to the point where they do assists outside of the foot, inside of the foot, top of the foot, bottom of the foot, right? There'll be so much more detail in those things that you'll be able to track all that stuff. So some people say it takes
overkill?
Huh? No, I don't think it is overkill because if the data's there, you don't have to use it if you don't want to. And people say that it takes the enjoyment out of the game. I really don't think that it does. I think that a lot of, and I'm not going to say a lot. I think there are some people that just used to, like, with their personality, bully people with their opinions. And the fact that they can't now because there's objective data that proves them wrong upsets them. I think that's what it is, right? Because normally the only time that I hear stats are stupid is usually when I'm in a debate with somebody and I'm using objective information and they're not.
Oh, I so wanted to say stats are stupid just then.
Yeah.
Just for
because you don't to enjoy the game. Who cares about the stats? Who cares if Harry Kane's better than his son? If you're just watching for enjoyment, it doesn't matter, right? But we do have C cubed in the house. Stat man.
Hi, everybody.
What's up?
Hey, how are you?
Good. I actually just came on because I wanted to rant about something, and this is rants. I wanted to rant about the fact that I knew that Spence was a club pick and not a Conte pick. I knew that. And I got actually bullied out of a community and banished from the community because I said that it was a club pick.
Seriously?
And that, yeah, I said that I thought that it was probably Levy that was actually doing that, and like picking him, and then Conte just approved it. And now I just want to say, I told you so. So anybody that is watching, I told you so.
You're welcome.
I love you. I love you. You should be banned from any community. Let me know where that community is.
You're not going to be banned from. You're not going to be banned from this one for that opinion. I don't know if you saw the crap I got on Twitter for busy pretty much saying the exact same thing. By the way, I had no idea that you were
that I was a female.
Yes, that you were a female.
Yeah, I know. Everybody just assumed I was a dude. Just because I like
C-cubed, Batman Lego guy.
Yeah,
that makes me really sad to hear that you've had that, because like I remember the first time I went to White Hart Lane, and I can't even remember who we played, but it was my first live game of football, and when you looked around the stand, it was just you could see it was such a wide church, man. I don't think you can say what a typical Spurs supporter looks like. There was old people, young people, people with money, people without. There was all sorts of races and creeds and whatever. So I always thought Tottenham was a broad church. And now someone's getting kicked out because you've got a different opinion on a player. That's ridiculous.
Happens all the time, man. There's this new thing. There's this new thing that I like to call the Church of Happy Clappers. And they have this,
I think I was seen as negative or something like that.
Exactly.
But, I mean, I've been in this community though. I think you've seen me like chatting. I'm a very like positive person, so I have no idea why I got banned for the fact that I said that it wasn't a Conte pick.
No, you're very positive for the most part. I always enjoy your comments and the thing. But this is hold on a second. This is the thing that bothers me is when people because there's a spectrum of human emotion, right? It is normal to be angry. It is normal to be disappointed. It is normal to be upset. It is normal to expect things. And so when you're showing those emotions for a game that you enjoy, that's normal. It's normal to be happy by watching Spurs, and it's obviously, if you're a Spurs fan, it's normal to be underwhelmed and sometimes straight up pissed off, right? That's normal as a Spurs fan. But there's this new trend or wave, especially on Twitter and in the YouTube chat, right? Where if you say something that's maybe just not that they don't like, they immediately label you as negative. But the problem is, and this is the thing, I put a tweet out about it on my Twitter. If you're going around screaming at everybody about being negative, you're the one being negative. You're the one that's taking everything that person says as negative. If I say Spence had a bad game today, it doesn't mean he's a horrible person. It just means he had a bad game, right? That can be true. It's, you know, you don't have to always be like just delusionally positive. That doesn't, you don't need that. And big up to you, C-Cube. Don't ever shy away. Continue to, punch back.
You know what it is, Will, as well, and it's basically what you and Paul said as well. With Spurs, it is a very, very big church with all race, sex, orientation, everything. And like you said, and what it is now, it's not a positive and negative. There's this new wave. You're either Levy in or you're wrong.
Yeah.
And that's what it is. That's what it's become. It's not been, oh, this is a woman speaking. It's not been about the color of your skin or your religion. It's if you go, this is a Levy signing. You're in the gutter, and what the hell are you talking about? You don't know what you're talking about. Look at the window. Look at this. Look at that. And you're wrong, which you're not. You're right. And if you say Levy, oh yeah, this is a great window. We're going to do it all. We're winning the quad, but things are going to change. This is the start. It was all part of a plan, a 20-year plan, and now it's all coming to. Then you're talking bollocks, and you can't face reality.
Yeah.
You can't face reality.
I think it's obvious that Spence is a Levy signing, but even a stopwatch is right twice a day, and I still think he's magic, no matter what.
Yeah, I think that Conte approved it. I never said that he didn't approve it.
Yeah.
So,
but it's kind of like, Conte, we want to buy this guy. Is it okay? It's like, yeah, all right. Well,
I don't want to out the communities that you're banished from, but I can imagine several in my mind. I won't mention names. I won't mention names. But I bet if I mentioned 5, I'd hit it.
I reckon 3 will. If you mention
I could
3,
probably get it on the first try.
The thing I want to know, CQ, was it a group on Facebook or was it a group on Twitter?
neither. It's a message board group. Like they have their own website.
Last word on Spurs.
You better cough when you say that, Will. That's what I'm supposed to.
That would be all the above.
I like them. They bring on good guests. Last word on Spurs.
They bring on good guests, but they have issues. I'll just leave it at that.
I'll do the coffee for you, Will.
I'm looking for this guy's thing. Why can't I find? There it is. I swear I need to put this in alphabetical order. I'm so behind things. I'm lazy or busy. One of two. Aaron Dub, welcome, my friend.
Diddly-oi-do-do, Jesus, top of the morning to you boys, and all that. Steak, Aussie Paul, the down under Gandalf, my brother, and Cubes, who I've been chatting with in the,
the down under Gandalf.
Yeah, mate, he's the guy down under Gandalf. But not literally down under Gandalf.
It's not ZZ Top, it's ZZ Bottom.
ZZ Top,
and Cubes. And I think this is a perfectly exemplifies how you and I have been back and forth in the chat, and gender was never relevant. So, and there we got Stell in the chat.
It's not
now.
relevant. It doesn't bother me. I was just surprised. That was all.
Yeah, I know. Everybody was calling me like mate and guy, and so I don't care.
Well, mate is
I
male or
didn't call you
female.
guy. I didn't call you.
Like
Yeah,
guy.
I'm sorry.
Yeah. No, a lot of people in other streams too. And I don't care. It's fine. I actually prefer to be just you don't even know.
Yeah, I mean, sometimes because I know for a fact I've said he to you multiple times. so when you come on the show and I hear your voice and I'm like, oh crap, I've misgendered somebody for the last month and a half.
That's exactly why I just came on to apologize to Cubes because
I'm fine. I
But,
actually it's okay, I have an obsession with Batman, and it's okay for a girl to have an obsession with Batman.
It absolutely is okay for a girl to have an obsession with Batman.
Batman's the only superhero I like, man.
Superman is the person I have an obsession with.
What?
Yeah, I like
Yeah.
Superman.
That's pretty
Yeah,
weird.
I'm
Yes.
Spider-Man.
Weird word.
We've also got United Spurs. Stell's in the house too. Danny Kiriakou, all of you guys. We got room for one more person on the show.
Everyone vote.
Sam.
We're just joining in.
Void 48 people watching right now. The views have actually gone down. We got more. That's because everybody's on the show. No, I'm just
He's still so bang on the money. Apart from Perisic, still is absolutely bang on the money.
Every Spurs fan said the wingbacks are the most important part of the Conte system. They are. We now have 6. Well, we don't have 6 wingbacks. We actually have 2.
What's the point? Oh, well, I hope next season they can go for like Hakimi. Like,
Hakimi would be good.
Yes,
I thought he was
we
overrated.
hope we kind of like go on the plane, go over there to like Paris and PSG. How much will it cost for you guys to sell her?
No, it definitely scares me too. It does make me.
I do. You see when you like tell us that like price, it will become like mash it up a bit closer to where they are at, and like get him in. Then PID can use that cash to like go for back up for ZB1. That is thinking of leaving PSP soon. So that would be a good idea. And see, however, if we can't go for him, I hear there is another way back in the right plans. I think he played for FC Rants. Go ahead, Will. Go ahead.
Yeah, no, I was just gonna say, I do agree with you. There are other options out there that we could pick up, and I agree. It is a little bit upsetting to me, and I am a little bit scared. It does make me a little bit worried going into the season with nobody there. So I do agree. There's other people in positions that you can sign and do, but I think that Spence could be a great signing, in a few months, right? But we need one next week, right? Like that's the only thing that's if we truly want to be competing for the league, we don't have time. We don't have time to.
I think we do.
Go ahead.
Sorry, I have a question for you, Will. Which one would you say is more of a priority? Getting another top-class center back or fixing the right wing back?
Right wing back, 100%. That was the number one.
Because if you look at the
right wing back,
because we cannot compete with that defense. We can't.
Go ahead.
No,
I think we can,
just-
though. I think we can,
No,
though,
we
because Dyer and Davies weren't as big of a problem as Emerson and Doherty was last season. I'm sorry, they just weren't. They aren't. They haven't been.
I think we do have time because we've got so many new players in, and you know this isn't the same as like years gone by where we'd have like a transition season. This is like it's probably a transition, maybe up to 10 games, probably about 6, until we really start firing. So that means that we're not going to challenge for the league next year, no matter what. Even if we did have this a right back, that maybe we could bring in at Christmas anyway. But I don't think we're going to win the league next year. So that being the case, we have got a little bit of. I think we'll easily make top 4. I think we'll finish 3rd, maybe even 2nd. But I think it's the year after that's when we're going to really go for it, and that's when we're going to be,
Yeah, I hear you, and I would agree with you. I'm just not utterly convinced that Conte will be here next season. Right?
I think where's he going to go? Where's he going to go?
Nowhere.
Wherever he wants. Wherever he wants.
But where is that? Where has he got the opportunity? Like
not coaching for a year and a half like he did last time.
maybe to PSG.
Yeah,
Again?
PSG. There's a lot of different places you can go to. AC Milan. There's a lot of different places where you could go. But what I'm saying is, Conte will stay as long as we are showing him that we have the same ambition that he has, right? So as long as he's basically feeling welcome, it's not that we have to necessarily walk on eggshells around him, but I just think that we not only is Kane and Son not getting any younger, right? We don't know how long Conte is going to be here. I think we've got 2 years tops, 48 months from August 1st to win the league in the next 10 years, in my mind. I don't see any other manager coming in, working with Daniel Levy, and actually getting us to that table of winning the league. And so for me, especially when that was one spot that we knew needed absolute quality in a Conte system, because if you look at Inter Milan and Chelsea and Juventus, the quality that Antonio Conte had in those positions, we're far from that. We're far from that level of quality. So we don't. And if you look at as competitive as Man City and Liverpool are, the most we can lose is 3 matches a season. It's the most losses that we can lose if we want to realistically challenge for the title. 3.
Do you think it'd be like that again this season? I mean, maybe they're just freak seasons we've had. Maybe that won't happen again for a while.
We're looking at what, close to 100 points for almost the last 5 years.
Yeah, that's a lot, isn't it?
Come on, 100 points, dude. I mean, Ozzy Gandalf's going to have to work some wizardry if we're going to have 100 points here, man.
You shall not pass.
Be my
Dude,
steak magic.
Yeah, with Dyer and Davies and Sanchez and Royale. Come on.
Hey, I prefer
Chicken Royale.
the Aussie Gandalf. I think Stelios called me Captain Birdseye last time I was on here. So, you know.
Get them fish fingers into you,
You
my
see
friend.
my fish fingers?
Oh yeah.
Me REs.
But
Lads, realistically, I'm with Gandalf there. I think to assume that we're title contenders is naive. I mean, third at best, and possibly going on a good run in a cup. But and again, like the question regarding Conte, will he stay? Will he go? Yeah, I mean, geez, it depends on evil. The evil guy in the top right corner there, Drain Bagel. Oh, sorry, Daniel Levy. Yeah, it's so like it's all. There's so many ifs and buts. And
according to other people, we're gonna have to call you Daniel Tate.
Yeah, I think
Daniel Tate.
He's not listening.
He's not listening.
But I mean, okay. I mean,
What did you just say?
Yeah, we're talking about you.
I just wanted to message someone I needed to. What was said?
We said you're Daniel Tate.
Oh, we're going.
And Levy.
Yeah,
Listen.
called you Daniel Levy, and I
Yeah,
said
you don't want to be doing that.
Aaron called you Daniel Levy, and I said, well, he's not necessarily Daniel Levy. We're gonna have to start calling him Daniel Tate and stuff like that. But
Conte will win if Conte will stay if we win. So we have to win.
Exactly, I agree.
got to get backed as well, Cubes. There has to be a show of investment into this manager. And dude, I know I've heard people say, he's only a 2-3 year manager that he umps off, jump ship. But
no, I mean that's a fallacy. He's not.
Yeah,
only...
no, he's at the age now. I think that he's back in London.
Look, I mean, Pep was a 2 to 3 year manager before he went to City, right? So you don't always, and even if he was, say he only managed 1 year at every place, it doesn't mean he can't stay for 5 here, right? So, but what I'm saying is, we know the reason why. I look at the reasons why Conte left places more than I necessarily look at the amount of time he was at places, right? Because I think that's a better barometer of what it is. And he wants to win, he wants to be successful, and he wants the people that he works for to want to be successful too. And when they don't want to be successful, when they're more concerned about money and budgets and this, that, and the other thing, that's when he hits the road. So for me,
And I think I'm right, but I might be wrong. But he's really left only 2 clubs under those circumstances, Chelsea and Milan. But he left Juventus because he got the nod for the Italy job, and he was at Juventus for what, 3 seasons, 4 seasons?
3 years, yeah. Juventus too, it kind of wore thin too. They wanted to go a different route. They wanted to try different things. Chelsea was actually a little bit different because he got the sack, right, from Abramovich, but Abramovich just sacks everybody. So does Daniel Levy, though. Like, people don't realize Daniel Levy's been there for 20 years, and we've had 16 different managers in that 20-year period. And we've had managers that have gone on 4 and 5 year stints. If you think about how frequently we've changed managers, look, we've had 4 in the last 2 seasons, right? At Tottenham Hotspur just recently. So,
Levy has to make Conte work, because if he doesn't, there's no other managers available. Like, nobody's going to take the job.
No good ones anyway.
Right. There's no upgrade.
No, but that's my issue. Like, how will Levy make it work? And he just bought Spence. Like, he's still doing the negotiations, and like, we're not moving forward, even with Conte's second season.
I know I've been harsh on some of Daniel Levy signings, like last year, Brian Hill. Like, you had Jacob saying, how'd you like that when Brian Hill body checked? No, Brian Hill tried to body check somebody and ended up on his back. But but like, I was harsh on Emerson last summer. I was harsh on Brian Hill last summer. Who else was I harsh on? I was harsh on Galini,
Doherty.
not really. Sarr, not really.
Doherty.
Well, Kane was just because of the whole City thing and the way he down tools at the beginning of the season. But
maybe wait.
But no, it was basically Brian Hill and Emerson were the 2 people I was harsh on. I think Spence is a far better player than those 2. So don't take my I guess you could say skepticism on Spence as I think he's a bad player. I don't. I think he's a better player than Brian Hill. I think he's more ready to go than Brian Hill. I think he's more ready to go than Emerson was when he first came in. I just don't. He's just, for me, the bar is Perisic. That's the bar for me. That's the level that I'm requiring. So if you don't meet that level, you're a 0.
But look at PSG. They have Hakimi. They just bought Mukiele from Leipzig for 16 mil. It's almost same price as Spence.
Yeah, I know, and that's what I'm saying. Like, for me, Perisic is the minimum, because in the context system, that position is so important, right? Like I said, if we signed a Spence-like player, say Spence was right center back, sure, fine, no problem, right? But the fact that he's a wing back and that position is so integral, so important to this system. If we were playing 4-2-3-1, yeah, it'd be great. It'd be a great sign. I'd be totally happy with Jet Spence. But in a Conte system where 90% of the creativity comes through that, in that side specifically, because if you notice in build up, if you look at actually numbers of positions of play and pitches where how much we play through, the majority of our play is our attack is worked up that right hand side through that right wing back. And the fact that we have Doherty, Emerson, and Spence there is a bit underwhelming, right, for me personally. But hopefully Spence can turn on the fire, because I think there's a player in there.
Yep.
It's just up to Conte to pull him out. There's one other question that I want to kind of switch to the show, because we're in the hour and a half. So people at home, if you're enjoying the show and you haven't smashed that like button yet, make sure you do that. Also, make sure you subscribe to the channel if you haven't already. Help support the channel through super chats and all that other stuff too, if you feel the need. But the question I want to ask, moving on to the second half of the show, is out of the players that were not so much the new players, because today was the first day that we saw a lot of them. And I think that there wasn't any new signing today that disappointed me. I didn't think. And raise your hand now if there was a new signing that disappointed you today.
Richarlison could have done better, but
Yeah, Richarlison.
Yeah, his performance is he's still.
yeah, but he's still given it a chance though. But he still hasn't scored.
Yeah, he hasn't scored, but I mean, he's still. I can tell.
It'll only take one.
Yeah, I can.
He's having a go.
For me, it's like
Thanks.
who? Who'd you say, Eric?
I think he
Who,
said
me?
Spence.
I think so.
Spence was okay.
Yeah.
I didn't think he didn't disappoint me.
Spence is actually good.
There was none of the new signings that disappointed me today. Longley, I thought was fine. Out of our older players, who do you see to be firing the most right now? Because for me, it's Harry Kane. I don't think I've ever seen him rocking goals like he's rocking in preseason, in at least recent memory. Right, because we couldn't even get him to come to training last summer.
Every game he just looks more and more of a freak. He's just that good. Like I'm, this time because like for me it was always Glenn Hoddle. He was the best Spurs player. Gaza was great, but it's because he was just there a little bit shorter. That's all. And you look at bloody Harry Kane. I mean, he bangs them in from everywhere. He creates play. I mean, he just doesn't. I mean, what's he going to? How good is he going to get this year with the team?
30 goals a season. That's a.
Holy shit, man! He won't have to drop deep all the time because we've got a midfield now. We've got balls that are going to come up his way. He's just going to be dying by it.
I mean, he's averaged more than a goal a game right now.
Yeah.
Yeah.
You know what, Paul? My biggest regret of being a Spurs fan is I never got to see Gareth Bale live. My biggest regret. Never got to see him live. That was because first part I was living abroad, and then when I came back, I was
Shame
still
on you,
drinking.
Brian.
No, but mate, it was because I was so busy drinking. I gave up the season that he went to Madrid. Like that kind of I'd just given up. So I went to White Hart Lane for my first time in 10 years. When Soldado made his debut in a pre-season game, which was the summer that he eventually left. But where I'm going with this is that's my biggest regret. But one of my biggest blessings is that I did get to watch Harry Kane. And when I grow up and grow older, you hear everyone talking about Jimmy Greaves, Glenn Hoddle, Paul Gascoigne. Harry Kane for me is in that bracket now of elite Spurs players. That when we all get older, and we start talking about a player that we got to see live, we'll all be talking about Harry Kane, like people of our age.
You can get to see Gareth Bale in the MLS, can't you, Ryan?
For me, it's always... sorry.
What did you say, Shane?
When he comes to Toronto and plays in MLS, you can go watch him.
MLS, Toronto against LA.
There is that. Brian Ireland's got season tickets.
That'll only happen in the playoffs, though. Right, because the Eastern and Western Conference, they don't play each other.
It won't be the same for obvious reasons, but I would if I got the chance and he did come over here, I'd make sure I got a ticket for it. Just say I've seen him, but not seeing him in his heyday, like in that Champions League season. But I kind of counteract it with, like I said, the fact that I have seen Harry Kane on many occasions, and it's been a blessing and a privilege to actually see him live. He's incredible.
Well,
because
I'm planning to come to the UK for a trip in 2 years' time because that's the season I think that we're going to really do something. So I want to spend a bit of time in the UK and go to a few games again. That's how excited I am. Like Harry Kane, man, you've seen him in the flesh. How cool's that, man? It's brilliant.
Unbelievable. I've got to see my hero Paul Gascoigne. Saw Hoddle. Like right at the tail end, I was at the game that he scored that.
Me
last
too.
goal at White Hart Line.
Yeah, I was there, mate.
Oxford.
What stand were you in?
I was in. I would have been in the Paxton.
Ah, you're a toddler. I was on the shelf, but it was cool, eh?
Yeah,
I will be
outside.
That game, I was only 8 years old.
I will be making it to Tottenham this year. every dime that I'm making from YouTube is going. It's already been going into a bank account. So
when do you think you're going, Will?
Right now, October is what I'm planning on.
Let's hope you say Christmas.
Brian,
Christmas or January, because I'll be there as well.
Brian, you need to do me a favor, please, brother.
Christmas is World Cup time, right? So
you need to help me find a signed Harry Kane shirt, please. I'll ship you my shirt. I just signed it.
Just buy him on Amazon, bro. Or just mail it to Iggy and have him get a sign.
Yeah, please.
Yeah, he needs an agent right now.
I'll be his agent. $50.
Can I ask an unrelated sort of question? What do you think of a new away strip?
Oh.
A who?
That's epoxy, mate. It's awful.
Away what?
Away jersey.
Away shirt?
Yeah, I like it.
I love it.
The one with the yellow?
That's because you go scuba diving in reefs, Shane. That's why you love it.
Yeah.
Oh no, bloody Byron Bay or something, mate. You know, I mean, yeah. The Great Barrier Reef, mate. You look tip top up there, but
no, you know what? The first time I saw that away kit, it just looked like kids' pajamas.
The scuba diving
kit. It just looked. It's like if you're at McDonald's having a burger and you see where the kids play, and some fat kid's just falling off something and standing there with snot and Big Mac and tears. That's the shirt he would be wearing. I hated it.
At the pool, yeah. So in Korea, I lived in Korea for 13 years. Everybody knows because I mention it. There's never a minute that goes by that I don't mention it. And there, like all of the kids.
This is an away kit.
All of the kids at the swimming pool always wear like shirts and like either half pants or long pants. So like from like the age of, 1 or 2 to 12, they wear these like one-piece swimsuits because first of all, Koreans are very conscious about the sun. They don't. So when they go to the pool or the water park, it's long sleeve shirts. It's exactly what the away kit looks like. In fact, I think my kid had one that looked. My kid had an away kit 5 years ago. That looked almost the exact same colors.
Slip, slap, mate, and that's what the Aussies do. Slip, slap, and make sure you wear that
with rash guards,
UV protective gear, mate. Yeah,
Mixed Coffee knows what I'm talking about.
Yeah.
Yeah.
But by the way, just going back to the players we've seen thing. I was lucky enough to see Gaza and Lineker play. I was lucky enough to see Jurgen Klinsmann play, albeit for Bayern Munich when I used to live in Munich. And also to see Les Ferdinand, Teddy Sheringham at the lane when we beat the Brother 2-1. We came back from 1 down. I think it was one of actually Levy's first games in charge, I think. But yeah, mate. Dude, I mean, Harry Kane. If I get to see that guy play, that would just top it all off. And Sonny, of course. These boys are gonna be gone. They'll go on. Gandalf mentioned about Hoddle and Gaza. For me, because I loved Hoddle, mate. I grew up on that. But Gaza was the ultimate for me, mate. And yeah.
I'm gonna rein everybody back in for a second because I want to get back to that question because we didn't get everybody's opinion on it. But like, who of the original squad has really stood out for you?
Romero
this preseason. Romero, that's a good shout.
Romero was, apart from Kane Dietrich, Romero, I mean, today I said before the game, this is the kind of game that just suits him. England versus Scotland, that rivalry, that intensity. He was magnificent again. This guy not only has become a cult hero, to me, he is fastly, I reckon within the end of next season or the season after, people will be saying he is the best centre-back in the world. Better than Van Dijk. But he is just unbelievably.
He already is.
He's unbelievable.
Calm down, lads.
No, Romero, mate. I did last season when Bob signed him and David Harris and everyone was going on how good he was. Like, okay, let's see what he's made of, and he certainly showed it. And he got better and better and better. And and he is right up there, mate. He is right up there, and I reckon within 2 years he will be the best centre back in world football.
Can I give another shout to a player that's playing well? Bentancur. He's been playing really well this preseason.
Bentancur has been looking good. Son too. I mean, he hasn't been the goal factor. He's only got what, I think 2 or 3. But assist wise,
well, Son's had 2 goals and 3 assists in the last 3 games, and Harry Kane has had 5 goals in the last 3 games. So I mean, it's kind of even-ish if you're actually talking about contribution.
Absolutely.
I think Kane's got a couple of assists there too. So Kane's been outstanding.
But he might have one with Son, but I don't.
One with Son.
He has one assist
against Korea.
Yeah, I think it was 1 in Korea.
2. I thought it was 2 in Korea.
No, one was from
Korean All-Stars.
No, it was 1 assist from Kane, or Kane had the assist to the assist, maybe.
Yeah, I think it was that because I looked it up, but I back Kane to like win Golden Boot this season for sure. Yeah, I think he's the most. I mean, everybody knows I love Sonny, but like he is the most on form member of the squad so far this preseason.
Yeah, I don't think physically he looks necessarily hot. Like I don't think he looks as fit as he could be, but like his clinicalness, the cleanliness of his striking right now is really good. Like the number of goals per shots on target is very high right now.
He's so confident.
He looks fit.
He doesn't look out of shape, but I'm saying he I've seen him in better shape, right?
I think he looks more skinny now.
He's leaner, sure. That's going to happen when you run that much. But what I'm saying is,
he's always looked like a cumbersome loaf, though. He's never been the most agile.
Yeah, no, that's not what I'm saying. I'm just saying that if you go back to like the tail end of last season, he looked far more in shape, physically in shape. I'm talking speed, endurance, the amount of kilometers that he ran in a match, and it could just because they're in high intensity training and they're all just knackered. But I'm saying he could be sharper, but even with the sharp, he could be sharper physically. His clinicalness is so hot on fire right now that this is the only thing that's gonna. I'm just gonna throw this out there as a disclaimer. When the season starts, if that drops off, I might get a little bit ranty. So don't get pissed off at me, because when you come out of preseason with 5 goals, like you shot 7 times and you have 5 goals. If you go 3 or 4 weeks without scoring a goal, I might just say something. I'm just saying.
The player I reckon has been the most solid throughout the whole 3 preseason games so far is Højbjerg.
100%.
He's just been
the worst.
He's solid.
Solid.
He's been
solid.
Yeah.
No.
He has
No. He looks like crap. He looks.
I don't know about solid.
Did you see the one-on-one he missed?
That's your opinion. You're welcome to.
But the missed he had to do.
No, I think Harry's the most on form, the most consistent so far this preseason, and then Romero as well. He's looking really good. I mean, Jacob, if you're in the chat, I mean, he was BDE for the Rangers game for sure.
Yeah, there's no one worried about Romero.
Sevilla too.
Okay, I guess I'm the only person. I love Romero. He's passionate to win the ball, and he does it well. But he also has a sloppy pass in him and gets caught out of position.
It's normal because he's taking a chance, not like the other center back.
He doesn't really get caught out of position either. He may be, the only time he gets caught out of position is if they hit us on a quick transition the other way. And what are you going to do? There's nothing you can do about it. But not really.
No.
I mean, he does. Everybody does. There's not a player on the team who doesn't give the ball away, right? Some do it all the time. Some do it, but it's not all the time. It's just when a defender does it because of the position of the pitch that they're doing it at, it's like 10 times more obvious than if Harry Kane does it, right? So, which is fair. It's a fair criticism. You're a defender. That's why you got to be a little bit more tighter. That's why they, defenders tend to have the most touches. They tend to have the most passes. It tends to be all around the back. But no, I mean, in a back three, you're not worried about it because you should. If Romero is pushing forward with the ball, there should be Dyer in the left person having his back. Should. So if Romero's getting cut out because he's gone forward or he's tried to make a pass and there's nobody behind him, it's really not his fault. It's really Dyer and the other guy's fault, to be honest with you. And then
I kind of just wish that Romero could play an Alderweireld pass at times rather than try to bring it into midfield, just to keep it calm, ping a pass up to Kane the way Alderweireld.
He absolutely tracked back against Arsenal. You're right.
Well, Aaron, the Alderweireld passes, not a lot of people have in them.
I know.
Yeah.
It's wishful thinking on my part to expect another Alderweireld. But if Romero could introduce that to his game, I think we've got a perfect player.
And then so we've got Kane, we've got Romero's looking good, we've got Bentancur, I think is looking good. Kulu, Skip to me is he's injured, so I'm not going to be harsh on him.
I was going to ask, where was Skip during the Rangers game? He got injured?
No, I don't think he's injured now.
He
got a knock. He knocked. Yeah, he had a knock.
He got a slight knock, so it was precautionary.
Yeah, but in the previous game he played well.
Skip for me has been 50-50. Højbjerg for me has been 50-50. Some good moments, some really bad moments.
Saw.
Haven't seen a lot of Davies. Saw's a new signing, even though we've had him for a while. He was on loan, so it doesn't count. He's not bad, Saw. Sorry, I'm not. For a 19-year-old, he's not bad.
Harvey White looks great.
Harvey White looked good.
He was great, man.
I thought he was the best left back on the day when he played against the Korean guys. I'd like to see a little bit more of him, to be honest with you.
Absolutely.
Because he's like 22, 23 years old now. He's older than Kulu. He's older than...
20. He's 20.
Is he 20?
Yeah, he's 20.
Are you sure about that?
Yeah, go check 20.
I was like 21, 22. But even if he's only 20, I mean, he's the same age as Brian Hill, Pepe Massar, you know what I mean? So he should be out there. I think he's good enough. I liked what I saw from Harvey White. He just still looks like a kid. That's a problem. So does Pepe Massar, to be honest with you.
I want to see Troy Parrott. He looks good on training. He looks good.
Yeah, look, lad. I've watched Parrott. He went to the same school as my old fella. Obviously, my dad's 82 now, so it was a long time after. But I've watched this kid's career, and I know what he was mixed up in, how his career fell off the rails when he, his head got too big, and the particular syndicate kids that he was hanging out with, or the cartel kids. But look, he's gone through a fitness training regime in Greece prior to pre-season, and I know he's well focused on football again. For me, loan him out to QPR, mate. Loan him to a team in the Championship, and let's hope. Let's hope he's got ability, but he needs to. He's not Premier League level yet. And I'm an Irish guy. I want the boy to do well, but not yet. He's not ready. He's no way near ready to be playing Champions League, Premier League football.
I'm going to say this right now, and it may be controversial, but maybe not be in this crowd or on my channel. On a different channel, it might be controversial. To be honest, if I had to, if we were going to play, would you rather? I would. I would. If it was Troy Parrott or Brian Hill, I'd pick Troy Parrott every day.
So would I. Absolutely. Yeah.
But I'm just saying.
Would you rather taking him?
Huh?
Sunderland's interested in taking him on loan, aren't they?
Parrott? Yeah, I mean, I'm sure he'll get a loan out there. But
big season. I think it's got to be in the Championship again. He was at League One last season. He came on good. He did very, very well on his loan. Scoring internationally now as well. I think this season he needs some serious game time with. It doesn't even have to be a high Championship team, a mid-tabled, but it's a big season for him. A big season.
I agree. And Mixed Coffee felt so sorry for Gil. He's trying so hard, but nothing real happened. And look, I'm sure Brian Hill's a nice guy. You know, he's got a great hair. You know, like, you know, that's him over there.
Yeah, fuck you guys.
Stay.
But he's got gray hair. And he's a really nice guy. It's just, the dude's the size of my 15-year-old, man. I'm literally not joking. My 15-year-old is 5'9", 130 pounds, and Brian Hill's 5'8", 140. So, just saying.
I love Brian Hill just purely because of the hair, and so does Gogoma.
And they have my 15-year-old son and Brian Hill have the same mustache too, which is just like this black peach fuzz that just happens to be on the lip. He needs a beard. When Brian Hill can grow a beard, then maybe I'll like him.
If you guys are into his hair, then we can upgrade on that too, because we could have gotten Cucurella, and his hair was a lot more.
Brian's cousin.
Mate, I just started counting. That's what I was doing. I was going to see how long it took for someone to mention it. I got to one. I got to one. For the other one, if we're talking hair, what the hell has Joe Roden got on his head?
I don't know. With his blonde hair and his black beard, it was like, what's he look like? Who was that singer in the 80s? In the 90s, 80s and 90s.
He looks a right state.
Oh, who's that guy?
Billy
Paul,
Ocean.
help me out. Shane, help me out.
What?
Billy Ocean.
That singer in the 80s who had really blonde hair and the dark black beard. It was like a pops, like
The one that's in the Bee Gees.
No.
Dave Stewart from Eurythmics?
No.
What songs did he sing or make?
It was kind of like one of those like 80s, it wasn't a rock band, it was more of like a pop band, pop singer, solo singer, and he was kind of like the sex figure, always never had a shirt on, had a earring with a cross on it.
George Michael.
George Michael. He had his George Michael haircut.
You know what? I could have been here for a million years.
I'm gonna put the picture
never
up.
say Joe Roden and George Michael.
I wouldn't have got that one, mate.
It was
What I?
I'm gonna show you right now, and you're gonna see this picture. I'm gonna put it up on screen for everybody, and you're gonna be like, hell yeah, that is Joe Roden today. Are you ready for this? Hold on, it's uploading. It's uploading. Here we go. Downloads. Here was Joe Roden today, everybody. That's Joe Roden today.
What the fuck?
Exactly Joe Roden today. Like, you pull up a picture from today.
No wonder.
In this picture, that's fucking Joe Roden today.
Sorry, the picture just popped up.
That is Joe Roden today.
Oh, days. Oh,
so George Michael was playing center back for Tottenham Hotspur today.
At least he wasn't playing in the toilet again. Sorry for anyone from Britain, they'll get that one. Yeah, sorry.
Oh, that's harsh.
I
Sorry,
didn't even
dude.
recognize him
Let's
at
go
first.
outside.
When he came on the pitch, I didn't even recognize him at first. I was like, who's this? What's coming on?
You remember George Michael's co-band member, Andrew Ridgeley? He was a QPR fan, man, massive. And the guy used to fake playing guitar. Same as the way Joe Roden kind of fake playing football. But yeah, dude, I'm sorry. Oh man, Emerson Royale. I'm sorry, Brazil, but I mean Brazil produces the worst haircuts ever. When it comes
I'm gonna tweet that picture out. Be like,
Does Bentancur look a bit like Andrew Ridgeley?
Gandalf, I'm so happy you remember Andrew Ridgeley, mate. I think me and you were in around the same age, dude. But Emerson Royale, when he's got the blonde hair, looks like a pint of Guinness, and I'm sorry if that's...
No. He looks like he's got a shepherd's pie on his head.
Oh, dude, thank you. That's yeah. All right. Oh, we're awful. We're mean. We're cruel.
It does look like he's got a nice big fat shepherd's pie on the go on his head.
Yeah, so I'm tweeting that out right now. Joe Roden did great today against Rangers. And I put George Michael's picture.
How do you must have done a hashtag because I gotta have faith because no other manager has faith in him. You've missed out a blinder there.
Gotta have faith.
Wham, wham, there you go. Wham, mate.
I said, wham, mate. I was a huge George Michael fan, mate.
I wasn't allowed. My sister was mad into Wham, and I wasn't allowed. I was only 7 or 8 years old, and she was so into George Michael, and she said, "You can't support George Michael. You have to be an Andrew Ridgeley fan." So yeah, I was apparently I was a designated Andrew Ridgeley fan in the family. But, yeah, there you go, mate. That's it.
So hopefully that goes viral on Twitter, because I'm telling you, dude, it was exactly that picture, this picture, and what he looked like today on the pitch, minus the earring, is dead on. And that, yeah, just saying. But we got super chat here from Spurs GP, $5. My guy, he says my rant half. So it's a half rant, I guess, or one of two. My rant, one of two, maybe. Guess the window. 2 Premier League proven. 1 old English backup goalie. 1 proven pound from Europe. 1 cheap championship defender, and 1 loan from Champions League club. 120 million spent. We've actually haven't spent. Maybe we've spent 120 million, but like after I always go for net. And
Will, I know you Americans still use that old like imperial stuff, but it's left back, not pound.
Yeah.
Oh, left back. 1 proven left back. Use capital letters, bruh. 1 proven left back. So 2 Premier League proven, 1 old English backup goalie. So this is the way I think about it. So Spurs GP. Was Forrester an upgrade on Galini? Yes. Right.
Absolutely.
So that's the position he came in for. He's not coming in for the number 1. We didn't hire him for that. Is Perisic an upgrade on anybody we had on the left? Yes. Is Bissouma an upgrade on anybody in the midfield? Yes.
Probably.
Is Richarlison an upgrade on Mora and Bergwijn or any of our other backup front 3? Yes. Is Longley an upgrade on Ben Davies? Yes. Is Spence an upgrade? Don't know yet. That's the thing for me. He's the only one for me that's a don't know. But other than that, I think we've upgraded in every position. And don't get me wrong.
What I'll say though, like you said with Spence, what is he an upgrade? We'll wait.
Don't
and see.
know.
But what we can say is he's definitely got the highest ceiling out of all of them. Of where he can go. He listen. As Paul said, I think it's a good signing. I think it's a very good signing. But
good man.
We've signed these players for now. Do I think he's ready for now? That's what we have to wait and see. That's what we have to wait and see. Because if you look at it, the thing I've got, only elite players like Dele Alli in his first couple of years, whatever. Do you come from the championship or below, and then go to a Champions League playing title content or top 3 contending? Let's put it that way. Can you make that leap in one season? I reckon within 3 seasons we're going to have a right back challenging for the England right back. That's how good I think he can be. But is it right here, right now? Would I rather a Dumfries come in? Yes. Would I rather a Kiwi come in? Obviously. But I'm not upset with this signing. I just don't think it's. But all the others, like Spurs GP has said, they're ready to go. They're ready to go. Spence is still that. Let's see if he's ready to go.
So for me, let's put it this way. I think Spence is better than Sessegnon, Emerson, and possibly even Doherty right now.
Cool. Okay. Fair enough.
But he's not anywhere near Ivan Perisic or who I would have wanted on the right. That's the only thing that's underwhelming for me. And that's not necessarily his fault. It's just, I just think I have a really high standard for that position in the system. But we've got another super chat, another $5. Here's the second one. Don't stop at 2, Spurs GP. You can go 4 and 5 and 6 and 10 and 100. That's fine.
The thing about that, I'd say, Will, though, is that, I mean, I agree with everything you've said there. And Perisic, I think, is fantastic. Brilliant. He's done everything. But he's nearer the end of his career. And so if you wanted a right back that was similar, you'd be like a player that was nearing the end of their career. And it's nice to have that mixture of youth and experience. And, you know, that's just what I'd say about that.
Yeah, so the age for me is not important because Hakimi's young and he would be at Perisic's level of quality attacking, right? So
played like a 20-year-old
Dumfries is young too. He's 23-ish.
Yeah, he's crazy good.
But he's got, I think this window is not very different from, is that Manchester United? Maus?
Mourinho's.
Oh, Mourinho's in profile? It's way different.
I think that's what he means.
I think it's way different in profile than Mourinho's. I hate that people are stoked by this window. After last summer, it's pretty easy to get caught up in this window, though, Mr. Spurs GP. But I hear you. You notice that even if there's an opinion that I don't disagree with, I'm like, don't be negative. Like, I don't ever call Scott M negative. I'm just saying, I just hate that, dude. That burns me so bad right now. And I didn't get called negative a lot last season because I was kind of in the we're gonna get top 4 crowd.
I think the reason I'm so excited about this window, and it's like you say, Will, like we were playing pretty good last season. When we got it together, we were smashing everyone. And every buy we've made is an upgrade, as you say. So
most every, yeah.
That's going to be good.
Yeah, it's for me, I think it's, there are two things. The two biggest positives I've seen from this preseason, and now it is preseason, so I'm going to want to see this continue on in the Cups, is at least in the last two, not so much against the Korean All-Star team, but in the last 2 games, when our B squad has come on, we've been able to hold that lead or hold that score line. Whereas last season, our B squad was getting smashed 3-0 by, East European farmers in the Conference League. So, but yeah, I mean, because we conceded 3 kind of too with our B squad ish against the Korean All-Star guys, because our A squad didn't really come into the second half. It was looking bad, dude. There at first, not so bad, to be honest with you. I don't know. Maybe I'm gonna be a happy clapper this season. No, I'm definitely not a happy clapper because I don't scream at people for being negative. But I might scream at you. I'm not saying I won't scream at you, but I won't scream at you for being.
Well, I get the whole negative shite too, right? And it's again, I mean, Sava gets it, you get it, Scotty gets it. For me, it's just being realistic, and I'm not so on the hype train for next season or the coming season because we're bringing in so many players. We need Deadwood out. There's going to be a lot of changes, and I think it's just realistic to expect that it's not all going to click on day one. Well, I mean, I'm getting blasted for being negative, and I'm delighted I'm not.
Right, but I'm saying you shouldn't be, right? You shouldn't be. Instead of saying you're negative, because negative to me, calling somebody negative for their opinion or their argument or whatever the position they're holding, for me is more like an ad hominem attack. It's like I'm saying your argument is irrelevant or illogical simply for the fact that it has the words "not" in it or "bad." Like it's a silly. It's not what smart people do, right? Like if you make an argument, you say I don't think Spence is good enough for this, that, and the other thing, and I disagree with you. I'm just going to challenge your argument. I'm going to show you why I think he is good enough, or vice versa. If you think this person's good and I don't, I'm going to show you why I think they're bad. I mean, obviously everybody knows me. I don't attack you as a person. No, Paul, you're fine. You haven't called anybody negative. But what I'm saying, I'm just talking about the Twitter sphere out there, like C-Cube getting kicked out of other communities for just saying what? Nothing really, right? You shall not pass. Oh, you got one.
That's on my daughter's bedroom.
There you go.
You shall not pass.
When you talk about the B team,
Gandalf.
when
I
you
knew
look
it.
at the
I
B
knew
team,
you were in.
I've just brought out the the lineups from the Man City game, our first game of the season, last season, so I'm just going to read the bench from today, the Man City game a year ago, and then the bench from today. When you say about the B team, A team, so remember, there's no Harry Kane against City last season. It was Doherty, Romero, Winks, Hill, Sissoko, Lo Celso, Galini, Davies, and Scarlett. And today, it was Doherty, Richarlison, Hill, Perisic, Foster, Roden, Spence, Tanganga, Morat, Sarr, Longley, Bissouma. There's the change there. There's literally, with these 5 subs, there is going to be not like the end of last season when it was Divine and Scarlett, one of the 2 guys that are twins, and
No, it was Bergvine, Mora, and then like 5 academy players. That was all there. Yeah.
And now the strength in depth is there.
It's slightly better. It's not massively better.
No, you got to remember what I've just read to you there, Aaron. Was when we can have 8 or 9 subs on that bench. It's going to go down to 5 when we start the season. And what you got to remember as well is you look at the way I've looked at this summer, and I don't know if everyone else will agree, but the signings that have come in, like Will said, they improved the squad. They improved the squad in the areas that we needed. But what I expected with this money was to see some players that would go to strike fear in the Premiership. Like we've got, let's just say Hakimi. I'm not saying these guys. If we signed an Hakimi and Bastoni, the whole Premier League would be like, oh shit. Tottenham aren't just making up. They are up in there. If a Madison came in, that's the issue I've got.
Brian, even now, like all teams are scared of us, but just adding like 2 pieces like that, everyone will put us like we can go for
Roy
one.
Jennings who's saying we're title contenders. Even Jurgen Klopp says that we're probably the one the one who's closest to being able to hit Liverpool and City. There's a lot of pressure, man. If we don't perform,
that's ridiculous. We're nowhere near title contenders.
We are. Hold on. We are.
Hang on, right? So I agree with Brian there, because what happened last year was when we had our first 11 out, we would smash everyone, and then you get an injury, and it would take 2 or 3 games for that replacement to get up to speed, and then we'd start playing well again. Then you get another injury, and then you get another player. Whereas now we can have an injury, and the replacement player is one of the first 11 from last year in most of the cases. You know, it makes us
that's the way it
so
should
much
be.
stronger.
And the only place we were lacking that right now. Well, we were that good last year in the second half of the season.
Yeah, we were fantastic.
We scored more points than Liverpool did in the second half of the season.
All right. Seriously, okay, we've got an upgrade. It doesn't mean we're anywhere near title challengers. It doesn't mean that we're... Look, I think we're pegged in for top 3 at least, and a good couple of ones. But like, we're comparing crap to slight upgrades here.
No, you know, Liverpool's not going to hit 90 points this season. I'm calling it now. They'll be lucky to hit mid-80s next season. I'm calling it now, Liverpool. I'm not saying Liverpool's going to fall out of the top 4. Right, but they're not going to be a mid-90s team next season. The only person who's a coin flip is City, and the reason why City's a coin flip is because we don't know how Haaland is going to kick in.
He's going to run him up,
and how Grealish is going to kick in there.
Haaland was looking pretty good. I was watching the City game against Bayern, and he was looking pretty good. I have to admit, a little threatening there.
Yeah, he's a good player. I mean, what I mean by kick in is he going to score 20-plus goals in the Premier League next season, or is it going to take him a year to bet in, right? And 2, is Grealish actually going to be able, or Grealish and Foden going to be able to replace the goal contributions that Raheem Sterling did? Because people don't realize for years Sterling was like an 18-goal a season player for City, right?
I do
Scott
think
M.
that people are.
Liverpool will finish ahead of us easily. I got $1,000 bet with Saba on that. You want to take that up too? We want to make it $2,000.
Where did you find $1,000?
Huh?
From our
Dude, wait, what? Who said who's going to finish where with you and Sav?
Sava says that Liverpool will finish ahead of Spurs, and
Of course
he's
they will.
bet $1,000, and I've bet $1,000 that Spurs will finish above Liverpool next year.
You're crazy.
Oh, Will,
Crazy.
mate,
Go
give
on,
me
Will.
a round, man.
Yes. Come
You
on.
know, you talk about that as well. I think what we're missing from it as well, and I've just responded to Mixed Coffee with this. The players that come in, I think they're going to have a big impact.
$10, Scott. We'll bet $10.
What I want to see is I want to see a player come in that has won it all, like Perisic, a serial goddamn winner. I don't care his age. I don't care what we spend. But you look at Perisic, who is a Champions League winner, a World Cup finalist, a Serie A winner, a Bundesliga winner. That's what these signings are missing. No doubt they have got Premiership experience. They've got the talent to do it. But we need a team that got a few people in there that know how to get the job done and have done it time after time after time. And that's what I think we're missing from this. That's the one thing I think we're missing.
I just think, and by the way, the money is going to charity. So that was the only condition that I would take. I didn't want to give Saba $1,000, but I was willing to put $1,000 on the line because that's how much. Like, I don't know how many times I have to get things right before people start saying, you know what, Will's going to get things right. Like, I don't predict in March the exact number of points that Arsenal will finish on, and and 1 point off of what we would finish on by chance. Right? That wasn't luck. Right? Wasn't luck.
Yeah, but you gotta remember, we have so many players that are going to the World Cup, and Liverpool don't have that.
Yeah,
Well, also, what you got to remember with this,
Every
when you're
team has
saying,
that.
when you're saying how many times do I have to be proven right before people start listening to what I say, me and Still have been saying a certain thing for 14 years. And we're still waiting. So you may have a long wait, my friend.
You're not alone. You're not alone, Bagel.
What kind of predictions do you have to do, though? Like, literally predicting the exact number of points, or within one of us, and the exact number of points that Arsenal will finish on months in advance, and people still laugh at me. Liverpool's not better than us in every area.
I know you
That's
don't
not
believe
true.
in luck, Will, but there's a
I
touch of
don't.
luck when you predict. Yeah, but there's a touch of luck when you can predict an exact outcome.
Nah, luck doesn't exist.
Dude,
What do
you
you,
know me, I'm an atheist, I've no religion, I'm not superstitious, mate, but look.
Luck is superstition. That's what it is. All luck is something that is something positive that's happened that you can't explain. That's all luck is. There's a reason. There's a real reason for it out there. Whether you're religious or unreligious, it's either God or it's just physics, right? It's one of the two. There is a reason something happened.
Can I just ask Q? Did Haaland? Can you tell me a bit more about that? Did he play the full game, or did he score, or how?
He played most. He did play most of the game, and he did score. He actually could have gotten a hat trick, but two of them were like offsides. And the thing with it is like, yeah, he's banging them in, and I don't even think it's just that. It's that City creates so many chances.
Yep.
So he just has to get into the box, which he's actually pretty fast. So if he just gets into the box, he was just banging them in. So I think he'll score a lot partially because City creates so many chances.
Yeah.
But I'm curious.
Cubes, I reckon he's. Sorry, Cubes. I reckon he's going to hit 30, 40 goals this season for City. I really do. I think he's going to hit the ground running. And again, you go back to his dad, Alfinga Haaland, and the whole Roy Keane thing, the passion to play for City, and I think Cubes, he's gonna be banging them, mate. He's going to be getting 30 to 40. I
was doubting it, I have to admit, but I saw the game and was like, actually, he's looking pretty good, but also because of City being City as well.
I love you, Danny, but that's not happening.
But you know what?
Not happening.
Ever since Steve Perryman gave Jerry Gow a bollocking in 1981, Man City have been our bitches. That's just the way it is. They know it and we know it.
Jacob wants to know how much longer we're going on. Probably another 30, 40 minutes, probably.
I thought you were doing 3-4 hours. I was like, okay, long one tonight.
Well, I'm curious. Did you see Nunez?
The 4-goal screamer that he had?
Yeah, because I know you're.
They're all tap-ins and fluky, crappy goals, though.
Yeah, I mean, for me, it was.
None of them were good goals.
I can't remember who they're playing. It slipped my mind now.
MLS team or something, right?
No, it wasn't MLS. It was
RB Leipzig.
RB Leipzig, yeah.
I won't find out. For you.
And it was RB Leipzig, and they've pretty much, other than Nkunku and Gavardiol, who weren't playing at the time, they were just like what's his name said, they were kind of just very short goals, which is fine. Like I'm saying, Darwin Núñez will score goals. I'm not saying Darwin Núñez won't score any goals. What I'm saying is that he's not going to do in the Premier League what he did in Portugal last season, and he's not even going to get close to that. Because if and I know people keep saying it's one game, but it's one game. But if Walker Zimmerman is putting you to the floor, Walker Zimmerman, who's a 29-year-old, never played any higher than MLS, is making you fall down. If you're finding yourself in both of his pockets, you're not gonna be. You're not gonna be. I'm sorry, I'm not having it. And then
I will. Go ahead.
No, that's. I'm just not.
Yeah, I mean, I don't know. I think he's really risky. He's a toss up. I don't know how he's gonna play out this season. The only thing I do know is that he's gonna annoy me so much because I hate when he celebrates. He sticks his tongue out, and it's just I want to smack him across the face. I'm like, stop sticking your tongue out.
Yeah, I mean, for me, he's gonna be like I don't think Darwin Núñez is as good as Ivan Toney. I think Ivan Toney's a better striker than Darwin Núñez. I think you'll see him around in that 12 to 15 goal area in the league. Darwin Núñez. And so people
are underestimating the loss of Mane. Like
100%
I think people are.
100%
Yeah, Darwin Núñez is not replacing Mane. Like, and Diaz does not replace Mane.
Nope.
Like, they're gonna drop off because of Mane.
Not even close. Diaz is overrated.
I've got to go. Sorry to interrupt. I've got to go. See you, folks. Nice chatting with you
Thanks
all.
for coming on, Paul. You're always welcome, mate.
Yeah, mate.
Come on, you Spurs.
Bye.
Come on, you Spurs.
Come on, you Spurs, Gandalf. Yeah.
Stay.
But yeah, I just don't think that the Mane loss is going to be big. The aging midfield is going to be big. Right, because people talk about Thiago and how many games did he miss last season out of injury? A lot.
That missed like half a season.
Yeah, and so when you get old like that, when you're in your 30s, and this applies for Perisic too, if you get an injury, it takes you longer to recover, right? Things don't heal. I mean, all of us who are older know, like, man, dude, when I get a cut or a nick, especially like a rugby type burn where, it's larger than just a slice, it takes a while to heal now, man.
Paper cuts don't heal properly.
I'm just, it's like.
Just put yogurt on them, mate.
Spray some Windex on it, it'll be all right. But what I'm saying is, it's like things as you get older, it just takes longer for your body to recover. You don't come back as quick. And when their midfield is aged, bro. Like the fact that Jurgen Klopp came out today and said their signings are done, their transfer window's done, and they're not signing anyone in midfield, shocked the crap out of me.
Where did you hear that?
Sky Sports interview today.
Apparently they're signing Núñez from Sporting Lisbon.
Klopp said today they're done. Outgoings will happen. Incomings are done.
Yeah, he's lying. He's lying. I swear he's lying.
Why would
you're all underestimating the fact that Klopp and Liverpool's teams use corticosteroids, right? Like 70% of them are prescribed Ventolin.
Yeah, they all have asthma. That's fine. I'm not worried about that.
This is why they can perform for 90 minutes.
But look, if Liverpool's doing it, everybody's doing it. There's no way that other people aren't doing it, and Liverpool's the only one doing it. That's silly. What I'm saying is
prescribed by doctor at Liverpool. All right, so it's
we have a team doctor too who can prescribe you anything you want.
70% of Liverpool team. I mean, come on. Like this is why I've been advocating for a debate about steroids.
No, look, I think this whole sports enhancing thing gets way overblown out. Look, dude, if somebody wants to take asthma medication, let them. I don't care. It's not about performance enhancing. Well, because you can, it opens your.
I know exactly what goes on.
It's asthma medication. It's not steroids.
It is. It's a corticosteroid. It's exactly what it is.
It's not an anabolic steroid, though. It doesn't make you stronger or faster. All it does is help you to breathe.
It gives you the lung capacity to intake more oxygen.
It doesn't increase your lung capacity. It just helps you breathe.
It basically blows up your lungs, mate.
Oh, I forgot.
That's what.
Yeah.
It doesn't blow up your lungs. It dilates.
I'm using a hyperbole here.
I know.
Right?
Yeah, it dilates the blood vessels and allows them to hold more oxygen. That's all it does. But you can do that with other things too. Exercise, for example. It does the same thing.
So combine exercise with Ventolin, and then bang, there you go. You can play like.
Where's he at? Where's he at? I gotta play his music because I like it.
I wonder who it could be.
Oh, I hope it's Jacob. I'm behind, by the way, on the visuals here, so. El Paso.
Jacob is in the house.
Jacob.
Giddy up, cowboy.
I love it. How we all
Basuma.
Stay.
And then Will Nim bet Gear. She says I'm gonna win my bet. So she's helped me. She's
Hi Jacob.
Hello.
Yeah,
Everyone.
saying hello, cartel in the house, Jacob.
Yeah. Oh,
according to my star chart, I'm a little bit psychic. Who knew?
Wow.
What's a star chart?
Like your
astrology
signs. Yeah.
Oh, okay.
Hi, Jacob.
Hello. How's everybody doing? Everybody doing all right?
I'm gonna be right back. You guys party amongst yourselves. Brian, you're in charge.
Oh, I'm
they go take over because of it.
Nobody can do anything on the channel but me, but I always put people in charge. Just to make them feel uncomfortable.
Brian, let's hear Jacob's.
Ooh, nice and sunny down under.
View of today.
Yeah, mate.
Nice and sunny. How you doing, man? Long time
no
see.
I'm all right.
It's been like what, 2 weeks maybe?
A bit longer than that. I've barely been on stream. I've changed me roster around, so haven't been able to get on stream. So
someone just dipped.
Yeah, I think it's Dietrich's. But Jacob, what do you think of today, buddy?
Oh, I honestly, I was having a great time. Just there's a fly, and I don't know how he got in this room, and it is bugging me because something's wrong with my fan remote. See how that blue light's not supposed to be on? I'm trying to just turn my fan on and I can't, and this fly is pissing me off. But other than that, it has been a fantastic day, especially when you see Harry Kane scoring 2 goals. I'm really excited to see the form that he's in. I honestly think back at a year ago at this time, was like, will he, won't he even show up? Is he going to be a Tottenham player? So for me, just, seeing the lads out there, honestly, seeing all 6 signings, whether we think we're done in the market, whether we think this is a good transfer window or not, quite frankly, just to see everyone out there at once it's still pretty special for me. I don't know. I just love seeing Basuma in the kit. I don't like the 38, but you know what? It's growing on me just watching him play in it. So if he wears it all year, I might just buy one. But
it's 38 until Harry Winks goes.
That's what I'm saying. I saved a photo on my phone on that little number press release thing that they did. And there was a paragraph that it pretty much said, I'm going to pull it up so I can read it verbatim. So that way it says, as previously announced, Yves Bissouma will wear number 38 during our preseason fixtures. Although supporters are reminded that this may not be representative of his finalized squad number for 2022-23. This may not be representative of his finalized squad. So to me, that says, hey, don't buy this jersey yet because he may not be playing in it next year. But honestly, seeing him, it was great to see Perisic. It was just like, is this what a wingback looks like? Is this what it's supposed to look like? Because it was like, for a while there, you're like, oh, I guess Sessegnon's our best wingback. I guess Doherty, sadly enough, was our best wingback at one point. It's just like, I guess this is what a wingback is. And so now it's just Perisic coming in. It was like, even the subtlest things that he made it look subtle, the things that he was doing that were not subtle at all. And it was just, it stood out. And even the short amount of time that he played, that for me was also really cool to see, because Bissouma and Perisic are the two that I'm most excited about, I think. And it was good to see Spence too. He put in a couple tackles. Joe Rodon had the mutton chops. What were they? I don't even think it was a full beard. It looked like some muttons. But he was rocking it. He looked good in the 22. Even Perisic gave him a little shout out on Instagram. That was nice. So it's fun to see just Tottenham playing again. Honestly, yeah, you don't realize how much you miss them until you miss them. You know what I mean? And even my wife's like, "Why you been looking at your phone all day? You've been on your phone all day." It's like, baby, we just had a game. I'm trying to see what's cracking, what people saying afterwards. Well, how do we feel? Was there anything controversial that happened? What was the post game comments like? So it's good time because Premier League is right around the corner.
Well, I think we need a little moment of silence for Harry Kane and his free kick attempt.
He's trying to take out Eric Dyer. I'm convinced of it.
You know what? I put a tweet out and I was like, Harry Kane, do you know what? You are the greatest goal scorer I've ever seen in my lifetime. There is no dispute how lethal you are and how brilliant you are. But for the love of God, you have to stop taking free kicks. You might as well give it the ball just straight back to the opponent, because you look at it and he's scored 2 free kicks. Both have been deflections and he is woeful at it. He is woeful at it. And we saw, see you're commenting about it, Cube, as well. I'd give it to Sonny. Who would you give it to?
I
Sonny.
would have given it to Kulu. Was Decky on the field?
Yeah.
That would have been perfect left foot strike. He actually, Decky won the penalty, didn't he? So won the free kick, sorry.
Yeah, he definitely won the free kick.
It would have been perfect for his left foot. Curl it into the top corner.
Like Sonny did against Leicester. And what Sonny's done for Korea.
Yeah, well, Sonny does all the time for Korea.
Who would you go for, Cubed?
Well, Sonny, obviously. The other thing is that they spend so much time, Harry Kane spends so much time conferring with Sonny before the free kick. So you're like, why are you spending so much time conferring
What
with
y'all
him?
talking about?
And then he kicks it into like shit. So yeah, definitely it's Sonny. I mean, he's proven, I feel like why wouldn't he?
It's my Cubes. It's my only criticism of Harry Kane. I love the guy, but when you see that, I mean, even Eric Dyer can kick a decent free kick, and as Shano says, cool. It would have been set up for him with the left foot, or why on earth is Kane still doing it? It's just ridiculous, If you're not good at someone.
Yeah, just give it up. Take one for the team and give it up. But I was gonna say, actually, even beyond just like Korea, Son also did scored a free kick, like against Watford last season as well. And he in the training videos, you see him scoring free kicks. He did 2 in a row. in the training videos. So I'm like, why don't you just give it to him? You already take all the pens. Like, just give him the free kicks.
I think it's.
Why do you think? Sorry, Bagel.
Oh, go on,
why do you think Kane is doing that? Like, why do you think he's doing that?
Well, you know, this wasn't say, Aaron. Well, no, it's not. This has become as pointless as I will remember very well being an Englishman in Euro 2016 when Roy Hodgson had him taking all the bloody corners. It's like, why the hell?
Oh God, yeah.
It's like, why the hell are you doing this? It's like, for fuck's sake.
Chat needs to guess. Sorry, Brian. Chat needs to guess who's coming on now. Let's do it. Musical guess. Who's coming on now?
Stell.
No? You guys don't know people's theme music? The most rational Canadian that I've ever met.
Scotty M?
No, it's Scott M. It's definitely Scott M.
The only Canadian with ball knowledge that I know.
My Ballatin.
Kareem is in the house.
Oh, no.
Scott M.
I thought it was Scott M. What's up, man?
Who is it?
What's up, man? Yeah, just my Bluetooth. My
He's right there.
A little messed up,
what do you do with it? It's
freaking Google Pixel Fuzz, man, dude. I hear you. How's it going, everyone? How's it going?
Abdul, brother.
My visuals are way behind you, lads. So yeah.
Table is already booked for the Southampton game.
James, bro, what are you doing?
100%,
Mari is
100%.
not Canadian, and that's not how you spell Mari's name. But Mari's not Canadian, right? Don't be giving Mari to Canada. Come on now, James. Right? We've already given him Jonathan David. We don't need to be giving him Mari as well. Come on now.
I want to hear more Boy Hotspur impression, honestly, because Colin and I were doing some late night stream thing. He's starting on the Hotspur hood, and it's some shenanigans. It's foolery. It's pretty much just off of the wall. Brian, I actually thought you were gonna come party with us the other night. I think it got too late though.
Yeah, no, you know what it was? I was going to, but then obviously he sent me the thing and said it'll be like 40 minutes, and then it went a lot longer before he went live. And by the time he was getting ready to go live, I was just like, I was just like, do you know what? But I will be, and I've still got to come on United Spurs of America with you,
yeah, man,
brother. We'll sort that out. Maybe this Friday.
Yeah, I was gonna say, what are you doing on Friday, bro? You can come on. Come on.
I believe I'm free. So
cool.
I don't see that being a problem. We'll sort it. We'll chat on WhatsApp.
Yeah, for sure. Let me know.
Brian
Jaker
Nunez will score 15 own goals.
Yeah,
dude,
Aaron's a part of it too.
Yeah. Me, apparently, me, you, Scotty M, and Collie, we're now we're hood rats, and slightly unintentional. Collie just called me up and goes, "Mate, can you come on the show?" And now we've done 2, and now we're part of the Hotspur hood. So
we've got Gogama here. Knocking people out. Garden Man Hotspur. No, he's hilarious.
What's that saying? What's the Hangul say?
He says, that's right. So the first one's Majoyo. That's right. Wilnem, Garden Man Hotspur Nomu Ukyoyo. He's very funny. My impression
Garden
of
Man.
Garden Boy Hotspur.
Is Garden Man Harry Hotspur? Or
he always sits in his garden, right? Like his videos, it's always him sitting in
Hello, yes, well, you know.
The impression is just one of the best I've seen.
Why would I waste my time? That's beautiful.
This guy and me, mate, 10 years, mate. This prick, right, put up my IP address because I questioned him about his, a view about Tottenham at the time, 10 years back.
How did he get your IP?
Post my IP address, mate. So I got his IP address, and he was based in Edmonton, Canada at the time. The server was in Vegas, and but I believe he's back in the UK now. So hopefully somebody runs into him at the game.
But yeah, no, he's a fun guy. If he wasn't such an asshole, I agree with probably 60% of.
He's a fascist wanker, mate.
Yeah, if he wasn't such a dork, it would be okay. But yeah. Abdul, what are your thoughts on preseason, man? What are your thoughts so far? Let us know. We want to hear your rational opinions.
I mean, the thing about preseason, I don't really take it seriously, to be quite honest with you. I guess today was probably like the only game that I truly cared about in the preseason, being that a lot of our new players was actually ready to play.
How did you think Joe Roden played today?
To be honest, like
Kind of
I don't
sexy.
really. I mean, yeah, he's cool and all, but like I don't really care about him because I don't think he's even gonna get that much play time when the regular season starts.
I just threw that up there as a joke. I wasn't being serious. George Michael, Joe Roden, tomato skull.
Yeah, like
That thing is
yeah,
ridiculous.
Like, again, like there's a lot of players in our starting lineup that I'm so ready to kind of replace. Like I'm gonna be real. I'm pretty happy that Sessegnon will be on the bench. You know, I'm very happy to to bench players like I'm gonna keep it real. Even Højbjerg too. The quicker Basuma fits into the starting lineup, and the quicker we get Basuma, Bentancur, I'm ready to kind of move on in the midfield. Even obviously Emerson Royale, everybody wants to see him being benched. So, I mean, Jet Spence he was okay, but I feel like he was a bit timid today. Whether he kind of snaps out of that and kind of just gets more confident. Like you're a part of the team now. Like
Yeah, he's playing
bought
safe.
you. Yeah, Spurs bought you because they thought that you can start. It's time to actually, believe in yourself. Like I don't want to see another Sessegnon 2.0 in which you're just opting for that safe pass because you don't want to, get the blame for making a risky pass. But like again, I'm just happy for these new players to come in and start. Like, and they better start in pretty quick. Like I want to first game in the season, Southampton. I want to see Perisic. I don't want to see Sessegnon. Basuma, I want to see you in starting lineup. The quicker we get them in, the quicker we can move on. So yeah, and even longer.
Sounds good. But that's what we're gonna do though, because we've got about probably 30 minutes left in the show. So the last thing that I want to do is who is your Champions League night starting 11? Not on a league, but Champions League. Who would your starting 11 be? We're gonna start with Brian because he says he's got a rock.
Yeah, I got to bounce. What we're talking starting as is.
Yeah. So yeah,
As is,
out
so
of
the
the players
window's
we
closed right now.
have that actually are Tottenham players who are holding the shirt, who is your Champions League, your Tuesday or Wednesday night starting 11, and then let people know where they can.
Okay, so I will go. Obviously, Lloris back three. I think it will be Romero, Dyer, and Longley because I just think we'll use Longley for his Champions League experience. Perisic. I have a funny feeling Spence could be the right wing back. I really do. I think he might set the ground running, and depending on who we get, if we get a Real Madrid, then I don't think he'll start him. But I think he will be the constant in the group. Midfield two, I'm going to go Bentancur and Basuma. Midfield two, Bentancur and Basuma, and then the front three, I'm going with the front three from beginning of the season. End of last season. Kane, Son, and Kulusevski. So I'd only add in Perisic, Longley, and Basuma will be the new additions from what we've got this summer. So yeah, so we'll brilliant being back on your channel, mate. It's gonna be more regular now that the seasons get up and running, and obviously I look forward to coming on the channel. Yeah, just people can find me, Danny Kiriakou, Brian Ireland, at Tottenham on Tour. There is a lot of new things coming this season. There's a big video coming out, which I'm not telling anyone what it's about, but it'll be on Thursday, and it's going to be called "It's Happened Again." That's all I'm going to
It's
say.
happened again.
It's dwarf porn, isn't it?
It's not, Aaron. I can assure you, it's not that.
Oh yeah.
I can assure you, it's not that, my brother. But yeah, it's going to be a very good show. Also, we're going to end it at the Scotland Yard because Thursday is my 14-year sobriety date. So it'll be 14 years
mate.
sober.
Congratulations.
Congratulations.
Thank you. Come Thursday. But we've got a lot of shows coming. Memberships are coming this season, and we are up in our game. So you can find us at Tottenham on Tour. It has been wicked spending the night with you. Cubed, it's a pleasure to meet you. Have a great evening wherever you are.
Yeah.
The rest of you have a great evening. Everyone in the chat have a great evening, and we'll speak soon.
Piss off,
Peace.
Brian.
Piss off, Brian.
Piss off all of you. There you go. I've got my fingers back.
And Mr. Shane Black, who is your Tuesday, Wednesday night Champions League starting 11.
I agree. Lloris in goal. Romero, Dyer, Longley. I think Spence, Perisic, and I'm thinking Højbjerg and Bentancur, and same up three up top of Son, Kane, and Kulusevski.
All right. I dig it. Steak?
Lloris, Perisic, Longley, Dyer, Romero, Spence, Basuma, Skip, Son, Kane, Kulu.
C cubed. What's your Wednesday night starting 11?
I think I have the exact same one as Brian. The only thing that throws me off is I was really surprised Conte didn't play Basuma with Bentancur for the Rangers game.
I agree.
So it was like a little bit surprising. So I wonder whether or not he is thinking of Højbjerg being a little bit more of like the key person in that midfield. Since he played them both, he played him both with Basuma and Bentancur. So that one kind of like throws me off a little bit. But if it was me, I would say Basuma and Bentancur.
Cool. And then up top? Oh, same as Brian. Kulusevski, Son, Kane.
Yeah.
Seamus. Aaron.
Hey, Seamus. Am I now Seamus? Seamus is the Gaelic word for James, by the way, and I ain't no James, man. Yeah, all right. But yeah, look, I mean, James, there's not going to be too many differences. It's going to be Lloris. Perisic will be obviously the new introduction at left wing back. I expect to see Davies, Dyer, and Romero, the three at the back. Doherty, my boy, my Dubliner, my fellow brother. He'd be a right wing back in the middle. Go a bit of stability, Bentancur, Højbjerg, and up three. It's going to be the obvious: Kulusevski, Harry Kane, and Troy Parrott. Nah, just kidding, Sonny.
What is going on with my thing now?
What's going on with your thing?
Jacob.
Oh yeah. Well, I want to change it up a little bit, but I mean it's pretty obvious at this point if we don't bring. I think it's interesting whether we're going to see Longley or Ben Davies, but obviously you got Lloris, Perisic. I'm going to say Davies and Dyer is unless we sign something else. I don't know. I'm so concerned that we haven't signed a center back, like a top center back. I was hoping we'd drop 80 mil, kind of like Bayern did, but who knows? Hopefully he's a bust, and I sound dumb about wanting him. So I think, Davies, Dyer, and Romero. I think it'll be interesting to see what Spence has to offer. I would have liked to see more of him today, but I guess I'll say Spence. Spence on the right. My midfield pairing right now, how I feel like Højbjerg and Basuma is a strong pairing, and that's kind of why he started that. He wanted to see, but I wasn't, I think Bentancur and Højbjerg is the strongest, like, that we know because he got top four with it, but I think Basuma and Højbjerg would probably be the strongest midfield, especially if you want Kane playing the ball. I mean, I don't think we need Højbjerg to be the most creative player. So I think with the way that Kane was playing today, I would just say probably Højbjerg and Basuma. We don't need that much creativity in the midfield, in my opinion, because we already got it everywhere else on the wings and up front. So obviously, I think I'm going to go with the front three that everyone else is choosing as well, with Son, Kane, and Kulusevski, just because you could see that when them three play together that there's already a chemistry there. I don't think Richarlison's built that chemistry quite yet, so that's definitely my 11.
Alrighty, Abdul.
Yeah, I mean, the starting 11 is going to be pretty much the same as everybody. I'm going to have Lloris. The back three will be Romero, Dyer, and I want it to be Longley, so I'm hoping by the time Champions League does come around, Longley will be more in tune with the starting lineup. Obviously, Perisic on the left wing back. I'm hoping that Basuma and Bentancur, develops a strong bond by the time, because I do think that's the best midfield. Um, and then right wing back, to be honest, I know people are saying Jet Spence, but I'll probably stick with Emerson Royale because he has been playing good against Man City and Liverpool. We did play against him last year. Like if his role is pretty simple and just defending and giving good energy when need to be, I think he can do the job in those situations. And then the front three, it's going to be Son and Kane, and I think Kulusevski and Richarlison are going to swap a lot of the time. So, they may play, Richarlison on the right if we just played a Premier League game like 48 hours prior. I think they're going to swap a lot, but I think Kane and Son is going to start a lot of the game because they're just too crucial to how we play.
I hear you. And for me, I'm going. This is going to be controversial a little bit. I'm going Hugo Lloris, Lucas Moura, Romero, Dyer, Longley, Perisic, Kulusevski. Midfield now. Basuma, Bentancur, flip a coin, Richarlison and Kulusevski, Son and Kane. I think so far right now, the person that I've seen with the most quality going forward, which is what we're looking for out of that right wing back, is Lucas Moura. Matt Doherty, when he's on form, he can be good, but right now, Lucas Moura, this preseason, Lucas Moura has looked the best in that right wing back position for me.
Controversial, but I'm with you actually. I
love
think he
Lucas
was half
Moura.
bad. I don't think he was half bad. I mean,
defensively, he was decent. Going forward, he was way better than anybody else that I can.
Will, correct me if I'm wrong. Every time he's played in that role, he's had a defensive header clearance in his own box, correct? Each game?
Tackles, interceptions. Did you see that interception he did today where he grabbed it on the touch, just off the touch line, kind of did like a half croqueta, and then, immediately took it into midfield on the run? We don't see anybody else doing that yet. Jet Spence looked good. I was expecting him to be more aggressive, not so cautious. Now, the kids had 3 days of training and whatever. So
2, I think it was 2. Yeah.
Yeah. People think that I'm particular, which wouldn't be necessarily not true, but I'm not that particular.
All right, sorry, but utter bollocks, mate.
Why?
And I apologise to everybody. Lucas Moura has proven that he's not a creative player, right? So what's the point in playing him? Because he doesn't. Okay, assist-wise, right? Who got more last season? Well, I mean, in the amount of games played, Doherty, obviously, right? So he's far more suited to be playing that role than Lucas Moura, a temporary trial. Let's give it a go. Let's see if it works. I agree, Moura is good in the air, but come on, man, the guy's he runs into alleyways that you wouldn't do.
So playing as a right winger, right, where he's an inverted winger, I would agree with you, right? When he played attacking mid under Jose Mourinho, who had more assists, Moura or Doherty?
Different positions, though, isn't it?
Exactly. So when he's playing right wing back, he's looked better to me because you can tell Lucas Moura is the type of player that, depending on the position he plays, you can tell his mindset shifts. You know what I mean? Like the things. I saw him making passes quicker than I've ever seen him make a pass in my life. Like, out of all of the years that I've been watching him at Tottenham Hotspur since 17-18 season, he was getting into that position and immediately crossing the ball in, right? Whereas normally if he's playing as a right winger, he's always concerned about dribbling up and then ends up losing it because he runs into somebody. But yeah, I think right now, so far, now it's very, very small number of data. I think he's done the best, personally.
All right, but we again, and I know you and I often have the stats versus eye test debate, but when Kulishevsky and Doherty, when Kulishevsky and Doherty played together for that little bit of period before Doherty's injury, the two of them just had a connection. And
yeah, but Doherty hasn't even played right wing back for us yet this preseason. So how can your eye test tell you that he's better?
No, not preseason. I'm talking about I'm talking about last season, right?
Yeah, but I'm talking about this preseason. Who's looked the best? That's what I'm saying. He's the.
Oh, sorry.
My claim was this preseason, he's been the best, right?
All right. Yeah, I was projecting mate into the future then. Yeah, and because I thought you were saying who do I want to see start, in the Champions League.
Well, that's why I would. That's who I would like to see start right now, right? Based on
you weren't
what
asking
we've
about
seen this
preseason.
preseason.
You were asking about who do I want to see start in the lineup for the first 11. So you weren't talking about preseason there, mate.
Yeah, but then my justification was he's the best person that I've seen this preseason, and you said no, he wasn't.
No, I didn't. I said
no. But
I
then
didn't say
if you're asking who should start in the starting 11 next season, you got to use more than just this preseason. These
preseason are exhibition games, mate. They're meaningless.
You got to use the whole of last season too. That
They're not meaningless. Don't be so mean.
They're meaningless, mate. They're exhibition
they meant
games.
a lot to me. Hey, did you see after the game everyone was trying to get Perisic's his jersey? Tell me that doesn't mean something to those Rangers players playing against a Croatian lord like
he swapped his jersey
Ivan
with another.
Perisic.
He swapped his jersey with
a Croatian.
With a Croatian.
Well, exactly.
I've got two new memes that we're going to be using on the show. So number one is Joe Roden thinks you rock.
Oh shit, yeah.
And then Joe Roden thinks you suck.
That
Will,
looked more like Joe Roden.
Don't you mean Joey R?
You got to put
Joey R.
Put the home kit on. Yeah. Put the home kit on.
That is a photo.
That's a great one.
So Joe Roden thinks you rock.
Oh, all you got to do is add to his collar too. That's easy. I got a little Nike.
And Joe Roden thinks you suck.
Hey, Cubes, ni hao. I just saw your message there earlier. Yeah, so ni hao.
Oh, yeah. I only know a little bit of Chinese.
Don't worry, I only know a little bit of English.
Born and raised in LA, but yes, I still remember when Will was saying that Korean girls were all better looking than Chinese girls, and I was like, wait.
Not all. I'm just saying the percentage wise. So,
dude,
for example,
he said it about Japanese girls too, and I got offended.
No. There are very beautiful Chinese girls. There are very beautiful Japanese girls. What I'm saying is, even in the United States. So my point on that was, I would say hot. Like we'll do the U.S. first, and then we'll extrapolate this out to other countries. But in the U.S., 5% of women are probably like smoking hot, right? 10%, another 10% are probably very attractive. And then you have probably another 10% are average, and then the rest are what I would consider below average. And then you maybe only, but like extremely unattractive people is very small percentage, probably another 5% at the back end. So you have the extreme of like supermodel hot at 5%, but in Korea, that's flipped a little bit backwards. In Korea, when you're on the subway, I would say probably 10% are hot. Another 20% are very attractive. And then like just average looking people, the number of average, there isn't a whole lot of average. It's very attractive or hot, very attractive. And then just kind of like, whoa, like there's a very, it's like age, right? Like when like when a Korean woman hits the age of 60, she looked 35 the day before, she wakes up and she looks 90, right? Like there's this shift where things just change all of a
I
sudden.
love how Korean ladies, when they hit like 50, they all got the short curly haircut.
It's more older than 50, dude. Those women are like in their 60s and 70s. They're not 50.
The
50
Ajuma,
is,
Ajuma.
I think
50 is still normal, but
I'm seeing the comments rolling. I gotta agree. I think they're all beautiful.
Not all.
I don't care if
they're
they're 60
guys,
with that
come
short
on,
hair. I don't care.
You can't base beauty on
that's toxic
on career
positivity, right? There are ugly people. There are pretty people. Not everybody's beautiful. Okay. Let's be real.
Well, I've never been there, but all the pictures I've seen, all I've seen is beautiful people.
But so I think Japan and China kind of follow the American model. There are very beautiful Chinese girls. There are very beautiful Japanese girls. There are I'm just saying the numbers, like the mass numbers of them, are skewed in Korea, I think. But
I do think that Asian American girls look different than girls that are in China. They're very
yeah. Cubes. I absolutely agree. I find that when I lived in Korea and Japan, and I also did live in America for a little bit, in bits and pieces when I was a teenager. But I think in the or Asian American girls smile a lot more. For me, my experience in Tokyo when I was there is that the girls are the most fashionable, or sorry, just the people in general are incredibly fashionable, and it for me tends to make them look.
See, fashion is the thing, because a lot of So in the United States, we have what we call I'll just use Korean culture because I know that the best. That way, I'm not pissing people off, other than Koreans, but I can handle that because I can argue with them. You have the Kyopo style, which is the Korean American culture, which we call. And then a Korean American would call somebody who comes from Korea a fob. Right, like fresh off the boat. Like there's a style difference. So American Koreans tend to follow a little bit more closely in line with either the Abercrombie and Fitch or hip hop style of clothing in the Korean American community. So it's either a little bit more hip hoppy-ish or it's a little bit more preppy American. Abercrombie Fitch, American Eagle, Polo, Ralph Lauren, that type of style. Whereas I rarely ever see, what's that kind of pant? Somebody can help me if they can know what it's called, but it's not really, it's like a short bell bottom. It's not a 3/4 or it's not a calf. It's not at the calf, but it's like in between the calf and the ankle, but it's kind of flared and it's short. But anyway, there's just this whole Korean style and Korean American style is very different. Very different. So you can tell instantly almost if a person is Korean American or Korean. And then the diet's different.
I think the facial expressions are also different, Will.
The facial expressions. Capri, maybe it's a capri pant. I don't know. But
Capri, I thought it was a mankini.
See, there's a name for it. Bubu Paji. But it's just different. It's different. There's a big difference. Because a lot of the K-pop stars, you don't even notice, but they're American. They're Kyopos. They're Korean Americans. A lot of them.
Do you know who Daniel Henney is, by the way?
Yeah.
Daniel
Henney.
Dude, I was on an elevator, this must have been in 2008 in Jongja when I was living there, and there was this little kid looked up at me in the elevator, and I was with my girlfriend, Ose Jung, and the kid started going, pointing at me, and Sejong started laughing. I said, well, why is the kid laughing? And he goes, he thinks you're Daniel Henney. And as far as I know,
Bro,
Daniel Henney.
Anything look like Daniel?
exactly, mate. He's mixed race, and I'm a paddy, man. Yeah, that's my.
Well, he's like half your age too, right? So, Daniel Henney, for people who don't know, was in G.I. Joe. He was in. You Korean American actor. He's half white, half Korean. Barely speak. I speak better Korean than Daniel Henney does. Yeah, good guy though. I've actually met him in person. He was Agent X in Wolverine too. Yep, there you go.
Well, just name dropping, just very casually name dropping.
No, but this funny thing is I have a friend named Chris, who did he did some Korean. He's a white guy. He could speak Korean like me. He went to Yonsei, which is a Korean college for Korean language.
Yonsei. Yeah.
And so he did some Korean movies and stuff like that. As like a extra, you know, they just have that weird white guy in the movie, like the token white guy in Korean movies and dramas. He did that for a while, and so he knew a lot of those guys, and so we'd go to Itaewon, and Daniel Henney, because he doesn't really speak Korean fluently, would always hang out with the Kyopo crowd. And the Itaewon crowd. So when I would go visit him, we used to be in the military together. When I'd go visit him, we'd hang out, party in Itaewon. It's a big time. Good time. I don't know him well. Like, he probably doesn't remember me, but I've met him before.
So it's
I only went to Itaewon a couple of times, mate. Itaewon was bonkers, man. It was nightclubs, and the GIs, or all you boys used to have to go home. You had your curfew at 12 p.m. 12 midnight.
Exactly.
So,
here's another good point. Korean Americans don't mind being tan. Koreans don't like to get tan. That's very true.
Oh, same in Japan. Yeah, that's why. Yeah, everybody uses skin bleach and umbrellas, and it's and same in Thailand. It's a reflection in Thailand. If you work in the fields, you have a tan. So it's it's unfortunate.
Yeah, you're
because
kind of country. There is that myth in Korea too. If you're darker skinned, you're kind of a redneck. That would be the American.
I think it's a shame, because I think dark, tanned, golden, beautiful Asian colored skin. I mean, it's lovely. Anyway,
so it's almost 3 hours. I'm gonna head off. Thanks for having me on.
Yeah, Shane, good to be back. It's good to be back streaming. I didn't do a stream last week, so
steak.
It's good to be here. But we're gonna close it out. So do your outro, man. Let people know where they can find you.
Just you find me on Twitter at Shandy_Spurs. And I'll pop on a few streams here and there. I haven't been on streams because I've changed my roster around a little bit, so going to try and get back onto Eugene's stream, and I'll always pop on if I can on here.
Good deal.
Have a good one, and see you guys
later. Shane.
See you, man. Have a great
Gogama
day.
does make a good point. Some people here still do 10. Yes, these are generalizations. These are not specific of every single individual. It's just you're talking the majority or anecdotal experiences, right? But yeah, I've never seen, like, here in my neighborhood, there's tanning beds. Like every gym has a tanning bed. Every shopping mall has a tanning salon. I've never seen one in Korea. Like, I wouldn't even know where to go. I couldn't find one.
Tanning bang.
Yeah, I mean, like, you don't see them. Like, you'd have to look them on the and it's bang.
Oh.
But, Steak, where can people find you at? And Joe Roden wants to let you know that you rock. Joe Roden thinks you rock, Steak. So yeah. Where can people find you at?
I don't have a channel or anything like that. I usually go into other people's channels like this. Steak. Everyone vote for We Are Tottenham TV.
Sing the song.
Basuma steak.
Is that a song?
Yeah.
We're still trying to figure it out, man.
And then C Cubed, you made your. Is this your first appearance on YouTube channel ever, as far as Spurs is concerned? But it's definitely on this one. Welcome on your debut, and Joe Roden definitely thinks you rock.
Yes, it is my debut on any channel.
Well, thank you.
Hey, awesome.
I tend to be people's first most of the time.
Oh
I was gonna say.
I was Gogama's. Who else? Abdul.
You're mine, baby.
I was Abdul's first. I was Aaron's first. Well, did you go on any other channel before this one, Abdul?
I used to do it on Football Terrace.
Football Terrace, back in the day.
Back in the day.
And then I think I was there's a whole lot. There is a pretty big crew of people who have.
There's too many gooners on Football Terrace.
Yeah, the chat's horrible, dude. It's so bad.
Yeah, but that's the problem when a channel gets big. The chat tends to deteriorate because you get people who know nothing. And yeah,
and Terry kisses Arsenal fans' asses. That's just probably because there's most of the
who's the
subscribers are
dude?
Arsenal
Is
fans.
it? What's the guy's name? Egal?
Huh?
Everybody thinks I look like Egal. It's annoying. Every time I go on this channel, everyone's like,
Abdul, that's your new name, Abdul. Abdul the
Abdul,
Eagle.
what you should do is you should start. You should start trolling that then. If everybody thinks you look like Egal, start using that. Like Terry would love it. Just be like, Arsenal fans, where are you? Come outside, Arsenal fans. just troll them, dude. They would love it. Eagle, you want some Eagle? Where are you, Arsenal fans?
Where are you? Come outside, Arsenal fans.
That's what I would do. I bet it's actually taken self-control to not do that on the 2 times that I've gone there. I'm not gonna lie. Not gonna lie. I literally had my hand
on the button,
ready to go. If I got the guts to do it, I just don't know. Sometimes I can be very serious. Sometimes I can just be an absolute cornball. So, but yeah. Who's next on the list? Mr. Aaron Dubb. Joe Roden thinks you suck. No, I'm just kidding.
Where can people find you?
Where can people find you?
Well, apparently I'm now one of the Hotspur hood rats, which I didn't even know about. But
the hood rats, there you go.
Yeah, so Colin has somehow managed to wangle me, Jaker, United Spurs of America, and Scotty M into doing a couple of streams in the last couple of days, and now Tommy tells me I'm a hood rat, so I'm apparently part of the Hotspur hood, without even knowing it. So yeah, there you are, Hotspur hood. Tommy Talks Ball, aka DJ or MC Grinder for anyone who lives in UK, you might know. Yeah, Hotspur hood.
Good deal. I think Scott M made his debut on this channel as well. We got Jacob from United Spurs of America. Joe Roden thinks you suck.
Damn. Whenever you first started showing those, I was like, for some reason, I feel like it's gonna come to me, and he's gonna give me the first "you suck" of the night.
You got the second, not the first.
Who got the first one?
Aaron did.
Oh well. Okay, well that's fair enough. If he gets it, then I get it. That's fine. Okay, I'll take it.
I give the people that can take it the suck, right?
You can find me United Spurs of America on YouTube at U Spurs of A. It's just the letter U Spurs of A. On Twitter, you find us on Tottenham Away every Friday. We're doing. Oh, he just dipped. He didn't even want to listen to me talk.
Oh yeah,
he got upset.
He said, "You said I suck," and he left. Yeah, so Fridays, you can catch us over on Tottenham Away. Monday, actually, Stelios returns, the returning of the Steli monster on Monday. So you definitely want to be there. I don't know if I'm going to tune. I'm definitely going to tune in. I don't know if I'm going to join in, but I might join in. I might try, depending how Stelios has been on a run lately. And he's been ramping up, and I know it's been ramping up for his.
Yeah.
Oh yeah. Yes, that's where you can find me Fridays, and then United Spurs of America on YouTube as well. You can find us there.
Yeah, you got to do more shows over on the USPA show.
You know, it's tough with Michael's work schedule, and then we tried doing the solo thing, and I don't know. I just feel weird talking to myself solo, so I'm just like,
Do
all
a
right,
comment. Just have somebody come on the show with you. Call anybody, dude. You know, like a ton of people know.
That's
It doesn't
true.
have to be just you and Michael. If you want to do a show, just call. Bring up Colin, myself, Abdul, T-Cube, Steak, whoever, and just go live, dude. People will jump on. Throw the link out there. That's what I do.
Yeah. Hey, you wrangled me in here.
Yeah.
Somehow.
Oh, hell yeah. Bob Spurs in the chat. Bob Spurs in the chat.
So, nakedhd.xz, Joe Roden thinks you suck. So,
And also vote for the We Are Tottenham's TV as well, Bob.
Yeah, Joe Roden thinks you suck. So we're gonna ban you if you haven't been banned already.
At least they changed the comment at each
they got
time. They changed it up.
Yeah, that's the funny thing is I'm in subscriber mode right now, so they actually have to be a subscriber to the channel in order to.
Oh yeah.
So thanks for the subscribe there, porn bot. Abdul, Joe Roden thinks you rock.
One question: Who is this guy on the front? Who's that guy? That dude.
Joe Roden.
Joe Roden.
That looks like some dude off like Love Island or something.
No, it's from Media Day.
It's George Michael, man. George Michael.
George Michael, who's that? A singer or some shit?
Yeah.
Actor?
British singer.
Cool. Yeah.
Looks just like Joe Roden did today, though, dude. Like, I mean, it's a dead ringer.
I'm not gonna lie, I was watching training, one of the latest training that came out before the Rangers game, and at first I was like, who the hell was that? And I was like, oh shit, that's Joe Roden. Okay, he's kind of got the muttons going, and you got to see him full force today. I was very thankful.
And Bryce says Brian Hill thinks WillStewartTHFCRants sucks. That's probably true.
Fuck you guys.
Steak.
But where can people find you, Mr. Abdul?
Yeah, man. I've just been like when the regular season starts, that's when I'm gonna be on my Twitter fingers again. Just tweeting whatever comes to my mind, like literally anything. Yeah, Abdulkareem_15. What was I gonna say? Yeah, I'll try to be more active on these Will Stewart streams, but lately, like, work and it's just been killing me nowadays. So, like, yeah.
Me too, man. I haven't been active either, and it's my channel, so.
Exactly, man. But yeah, definitely. When the regular season starts, I'll be at the Scotland Yard, and I'm pretty sure I'll see Brian Daigle and the whole crew there during the regular season. So yeah.
That's right. I took Bryce's virginity as well. That comment's about to pop up if it hasn't popped up already. There it is. That's right. Took Bryce's virginity as well. His YouTube virginity.
Jacob, when's your next stream?
Jason Group. My next stream is gonna be for sure Saturday after the game in Israel.
Cool.
The Roma game. And then I'm gonna try to do a stream this week, midweek, members only stream. I've been planning that. I have the show plan done. I just haven't had the time to actually do it during the week, unfortunately. But I am going to try to get that done. If I can't, because I like to do the midweek shows kind of like around between 2 and 4 p.m. Eastern time, which is a bit early. So I may end up doing it later, like this 8 p.m., 9 p.m., kind of like prime time, stuff like that. So yeah, that'd be cool. I don't know. Let's say if you're watching this video at this point, which is probably not likely. I mean, other than the 36 people who are watching it right now, and then the 5 on screen. But like, if you're watching this after the fact and you're a member, Scratch that. I'll just put out a question on the member section. That's the easier thing to do. What time would be best for the member show, and then we'll just do it that way. So look forward to that poll. I'm gonna give you 4 times. Select which one fits your schedule the best. I will give Eastern, London, and I don't know, Seoul time or something. You can do math off of that. Yeah. But that's it. We will be back. You will see me tomorrow over on Henry Wright TV. 3:30 Eastern-ish, 8:30 UK GMT. I don't know. It's a good question.
I wonder if he's saving it for Monday. Or...
Could be. I think Monday's my official back, and then after that, he'll be coming on other shows. But to be honest with you, I'm not sure. But everybody check out Henry Wright TV. That's always a fun show. Usually a little spirited and hot and fiery.
It's the 4 corners, right? The Spurs 4 corners.
Yeah, Spurs Corner is what they call it. Spurs Corner.
Spurs Corner, that's what it's called.
The 4 horsemen of the Photopolis. Apocalypse. I have to do something. That'd be funnier to be asking me the 4 horsemen. That's probably more likely. But anywho, my name is Will Stewart. You are watching THFCRants. It's good to be back. It's good to do a stream today. It was fun. I'm gonna try to be more regular, and then here coming up shortly, man. There's gonna be Bryce says my 11-year-old asked me if the steak guy is normal. Are you normal, steak?
I don't know. What does your 11-year-old
I think you're medium
think?
rare.
Yeah.
I'd say medium rare.
Medium rare. Not quite regular, more medium rare.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Right where a steak should be.
Oh yeah.
Oh,
But
yeah.
we will be back next week for sure, most likely, guaranteed on Saturday. Stay tuned. Make sure you hit that alarm bell. Thank you, James Joris, for the super chat with no comment. I appreciate that, mate. Thank you for all the support to the channel. Super thanks. We'll be live. The merch drop down menu should be up and running at some point too. James Joris paid $5 to say steak. Vegan steak, by the way. No. We will be back sometime next week for a members only stream, so make sure you get your memberships in. You can do that anytime. And then definitely back here Saturday after the Roma match, the Conte versus Mourinho, the iTech Cup, our second trophy of the season.
Let's go. Give me hype about this trophy, Will.
I will pay somebody $50 to go on the football terrace and brag about the trophy we just won today.
I don't know what the football terrace is, but I'll do it. I'll get up there and just blindly big up. Hey, you go lift so that trophy. Come on.
Have you won it? No.
Who else has? I mean, my main argument would be: did you see the photo of the guy that the ward is named after?
No, I literally, like, seriously, I will give you $50 if you go on the football terrace, you call into the show, and you start bantering Arsenal fans because we just won a cup and they haven't won anything. They didn't win anything last season. Like,
or this season.
Like, just go off on this huge thing, like, you know, we just won a cup. Like, everybody's, all those delusional Arsenal fans are always telling us that we didn't win a cup. We just won a cup yesterday, bro. We won a big cup, man. The blah, 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 blah cup. They ain't got none of that. Where's their cup? They ain't got no cup. Where's Arteta's cup last season? Where's this cup this season? They ain't got no cup. And, like, really just start bantering Arsenal fans' heart. It'd be so funny. The clip alone, the laugh, the enjoyment that I would get from watching the breakdown in the chat would be worth $50 all day long.
I will do it for $50. I'm not.
Hey, you do it. I will. No joke.
I'm about to
PayPal you
have
the $50.
They're called the Football Terrace.
Yeah, the show's live at like 4 a.m. my time, bro.
Oh, that's only like 2 a.m. my time. I'll just that give me plenty of time to get some drinks in me.
Yeah, no, but they also go live like around like 9 or 10 a.m. So
yeah, but they don't. The call-ins for like people that aren't regulars is usually in the morning one, right? Like the open call-in show is usually the early one, not the later one. So
yeah, usually like around 10 a.m. is when they do like the little transfer roundup and those little
top 6 or whatever it is. It's expansive.
Yeah, they're gonna talk a lot about Jules Koundé and those boys. So
damn, wanting another bet on Spurs finishing ahead of Liverpool. I've got 1K sitting here. I don't know, man. I've got $1,000 with Sava, and Scott. Where do you go? $10. Just like Egypt. Yeah. Eugene.
You bet
Joe Roden thinks you suck. Joe Roden thinks you suck, Eugene. Every time I'm trying to end the freaking stream, you join.
Hey, stop it.
Joe Roden thinks you suck.
You know me, Will, right?
Joe Roden thinks you suck.
I'm driving. I'm driving to work. That's the only free time I have, right? Oh dear.
So call me while you're eating breakfast. Then that would have been like an hour ago. I would rather you call in from the shower, Eugene. Next time, just stick your phone from here up, from the nips up in the shower. Call into the show.
Hi guys, nice to meet you. Cube, nice to meet you, Cube. Right, yeah.
Tell people where they can find you, Eugene.
Yeah, while you're
in the shower.
You can find me in the shower. No, you can find me driving half the time in Will's show. Actually, all the time on Will's show, right?
In the last 10 seconds of Will's show is where they can find
you. Especially when Will's going to end the show. Yeah, but tell guys, right, I wasn't impressed about our preseason against Rangers, right? We practically played the last season's team, and we still lost in the first half to them. So, not impressed. But of course, after when we brought in the new signings in and all that, we did improve a bit. Our defensive problems is worrying because they were getting crosses in all the time. And don't forget, I mean, I'm sure, I understand they are a week ahead of our in their fitness and all that, because I think the Scottish League starts, if I'm not mistaken.
Good, he froze. Jerome thinks you suck, dude. Stay strong, stay Spurs, and we'll see you next time.